Our story takes place in the grand continent of Uuthra, once the home of the most powerful and wise peoples of all races. A utopia of grandiose thinking, innovation. Magics had never been more vast and varied. All peoples were prosperous in this age of peace and happiness. But then, seemingly overnight, a silver fog overtook the known world, plunging it into chaos. The Golden Age is now long past. In the past 100 or so years, progress has gone backwards. Magic's lost, history's forgotten, and the reign of regal politics now dominates the balance of the world. Kings bicker over petty ley lines and disputes of power over blood lineage. The land is now separated by a vast magical wilderness, coated in a thick silver fog. Only the most prominent, well taken care of roads still exist, making any towns along these roads hubs of humanity. Outside the walled bastions, the fog carries its own dangers, able to move environments and its denizens, making navigation difficult, if not impossible, in some places. Luckily, there are places within the fog itself that are anchored into place by what means no one knows yet. One of these locations is the bustling city of Yetta O'Dare, where we find our band of heroes. Branch, a Feywild centaur, the lower half of a large deer, using his bow and spear to exact revenge on the warkin who killed his family. Calliope Moonsong, a lush Kalashtar bard, the center of all attention and a friend to all. Aaron, a half-elf divination wizard, having a doctorate in archaeology and a knack for map-making, now possessing a ring of great power. Tyrius Redfist, a satyr whispers bard, as keen with a rapier as he is a lute. Beaufort Steelgut, a paladin haunted by his past and seeking a brighter future. Sky, a mysterious fogborn from a bygone age, seeking knowledge as to who and what she is. This group of adventurers now sets out to find lost friends, becoming more powerful, making connections, and ultimately to right the wrongs that the Obsidian Sigil has created. This is the story of the Silver Fog.
So let us jump right into some chicanery. Last session, you all had a kind of another, I don't want to say chill because it was a little chaotic. Heidi, Uva's wife, gave birth to her first son, Madara Bloodhoof. You guys experienced some weirdness. Rashanka gave Bofer a new shiny weapon. You guys celebrated a wee bit. You guys kind of did your own thing for the night, and you guys are currently waking up fresh in the morning of Uba's territory. As you all kind of come to, you guys would hear off in the distance Heidi humming as you hear a whole bunch of stuff and things going on in the kitchen. And it's a lively morning here in Uba's territory, as you already see Marcus cooking up a storm in the kitchen. You already see Uba outside. Heidi is kind of walking around the garden with Madra. You see Zermak kind of smoking his pipe over by the pond. You see Doc close in tow with Heidi, just kind of having a small conversation with her. Shaz is still sleeping. Who am I missing here? Rashanka is also probably sleeping if I had to know her
Dude,
sleep.
Doc's a hell of a healer if Heidi's up and walking around already.
Goddamn
Isn't
right.
Mick the other goblin? Isn't he somewhere
Uh,
here?
yes, Mick is currently next to the treehouse, and he is kind of following behind Heidi by about 15-20 feet. Arms crossed, leather armor on, daggers on either side. He's just doing Mick things.
Yeah. He's a, like, bodyguard kind of.
Yes. That is actually hilarious enough what he was hired on to do.
Oh, nice. That was a guess.
Mhm, mhm.
Fantastic.
lore-wise for Marcus and Mick, they were both part of separate goblin groups. They were the lone survivors, and essentially Uba and the gang were like, "Hey, instead of us murking you, you want to earn some gold coin?" And they're like, "Yes, please." So yeah, they have been part of the tower ever since then.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
yeah, I heard all about that story too.
Uba's out here creating jobs. We love
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, you guys would pretty much see everyone out and about outside of Shaz and Rashanka currently. So, what you wish to do with the day is entirely up to you. It is early. You guys did not sleep in nearly as heavily as you did yesterday. So the sun is just starting to crest over the tree line, creating this beautiful golden sunshine into the area as you all kind of come out of the barn where you have been resting, and you're immediately hit with that like nice summer sun kind of basking on you all.
I remember correctly, we were making plans to like hit the road today, right?
I believe so. I could be wrong.
I believe we were making plans to skedaddle.
Indeed.
Yeah, because we still got to go back to that other village, and then we do still have a quest that we're kind of on.
I'm not.
Well, before
I'm
we
assuming
go,
I'm not there yet either.
No, you
Where are
are
you?
currently probably still caught up in Shaz's room.
Yeah.
All right. I forgot about that subplot.
I'm a woman of luxury, apparently. I mean, like, because every other time we've rested, it was in your tiny hut, so there were beds and comfort. You know, I've never had to sleep on the floor.
I mean, the hut is just kind of like a dome of magic. It's there's not much in there. It's just us in there.
Right. But it's not sleeping on the floor.
No, it is. It would
Okay.
Yeah,
just
it
for
is.
like our bedrolls. Yeah, it would still be us sleeping on the ground.
Okay, cool. Well, you know what?
Yeah,
I got a chance to sleep in a big fuzzy bed with, you know,
The
in a
handsome
real
whatever.
bed
one-armed
with a real.
man.
What you
It
mean?
Right.
wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
Exactly.
Amazing.
But what's after what he said yesterday? We, you know, we had to have a discussion and talk some stuff out.
Wait, what was it? Huh?
On that note, Calliope has to harass Doc.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
So
Doc has all the
Calliope's,
info.
yeah, nah, she's just gonna float up and tug on one of his ears. Hey, when you get the time before we run off, can I see all your magic herbies?
Yeah, what were you specifically looking for? Oh, perhaps to go see the observatory, yes.
Sounds good.
I looks down at Heidi and goes, I will be back in a moment. As Heidi just kind of like smiles and nods as she holds her baby walking through the garden slowly. Madra is just kind of cooing to himself as Doc walks back in. You follow him up the stairs to kind of like a back room where it essentially looks like a greenhouse, but you see a massive telescope hanging out the back half of it. And all around you, there is just these fantastical herbs and ingredients kind of growing out of various unique planters. As you kind of look around, this place does have a faint hum to it. Several of these plants are magical in nature.
Oh. Calliope is kind of just taken aback, and I think at this point I would either follow my nose or I guess wherever try to find whatever would draw me.
I would say roll me either a nature or an arcana.
I fucked myself up playing around trying to prepare for stuff and things and shenanigans and chicanery. So give me a second to see if I fucked up my stats too bad.
Because you can't prepare for those things. They just kind of happen
Well,
to you.
yeah, they do, but I also have to plan. I have to plan ahead because stuff
I
and
know.
things, and stuff
I
and
know.
things.
Because Mitch has his plans too, so we have to be aware.
Exactly.
Yeah, stay ready so you don't gotta get ready.
Right?
Okay. Let's see. Will this fail me?
I love those dice, by the way. They look cosmic. Very pretty.
Ah, thank you, thank you. I thought they were cool.
Mm.
It is a 19. Thank God.
Or which one? Healing or nature?
Arcana.
Oh, Arcana. So the one that would probably catch your attention the most would probably be a set of flowers. They look kind of like roses, but their petals are like this luminous white color. And you notice that the stem itself is like a deep red, but you see this sap that is a bright gold color that seems to be dripping from the flower down the vine.
Ooh. Calliope's gonna kind of float forward and go, "What's this one do?"
Doc kind of like squints his eye, goes, "Damn, being old," as he pulls out a monocle and kind of puts it in his eye and kind of looks at it, goes, that would be a sundew flower.
Uh, how do you make use of them? Do you use the honey sap or do you?
The sap is the magical ingredient in it. The rest of the flower can be dried and preserved, used as an ingredient for an incense or a perfume. The sap itself, however, if you are to add it to a offensive style potion, such as like a sharpening oil or something like that to a weapon, it would add a little bit of radiant essence to it.
Oh,
Ooh.
I like that. That sounds like something Beaufort might use. Calliope. You mind if I have a vial of that?
Yes. A moment. I will harvest some for you as he goes over to a table, pulls out like a small empty potion vial, goes over with a small scalpel and nicks the base of the flower where the stem and the flower actually meet. It takes him a minute to collect this very thick golden sap as he looks it over when it's filled and goes, perfect. Corks it and puts a wax seal on it before handing it over to you.
Calliope smiles and goes, "Thank you so much. Well, I don't want to get greedy here, so I'm gonna run back to my friends. You gave me so much already." He's gonna kind of hug his ankle and then zoom out of the room before she gets too excited about everything else.
He gives you a pat on the head. Anytime, my dear, anytime.
All right. What else is everybody else doing?
Sorry for that
Dude.
long awaited deal. I'm back now.
Minty.
Is it morning or is this like evening post baby?
This is morning.
This is
Okay.
the next day.
Ooh, so we
We've
got
had a long
another
rest.
long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got my
Yeah.
portent guys back. Yay.
Oh, fuck.
I can do stuff
Goddamn-
in days too.
Goddamn portent die is fucking up my rolls in session 1.
Okay. So it's morning. We're in that separate. We're in the sleeping barn, whatever you called it, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up really early, and I'm gonna go. Hopefully before the sun is up. Hopefully before anyone notices, I'm gonna go down to the forge, in the basement.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. Although you do not beat Marcus to the punch as he is already in the kitchen.
No, that man's up and baking bread already.
I'll look at him and be like, "Good morning."
Making butter
Oh,
for
hey,
the bread.
morning. How's it going? I'm about ready to throw some toast in the oven. You want a piece?
Not right now. Appreciate the gesture. I have some things on the brain that I need to. Have you ever had an itch that you can't scratch and like it won't feel good until you're finished? You ever had that before?
Yeah, that actually happened to me last night. I actually got this crazy craving for some like jalapeno cheddar sourdough. I've been tinkering with that pretty much all morning. As you look over and you see this giant bowl that's currently rising.
Ooh,
That sounds pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but
that sounds yummy.
I have an
That is
itch,
so good.
and it's just one of those itches that nothing else will satisfy until I get it done. So I'm gonna actually, instead of saying no, I'm gonna say rain check. Just this for a minute, and then I'll come back to you on it.
I'll be here.
So,
If where are you headed, by the way?
to the forge downstairs. Is Rashanka down there?
She is, but she's sleeping. And he kind of like puts his hands together and like puts his pointer fingers together and points at you and goes, I'd recommend not waking her, because, believe it or not, if you interrupt her sleep, she's almost as angry as Uba can be.
Okay, okay. Good to know. Then I will wait. Because what I was going to do was be very loud. So, thank you for the advice. I will wait.
If you have the silence spell, that might help. Just point it out if it's really an inch that you can't, get over. Preparation is key.
Yeah, I don't have that spell, but I'll walk over to him and I'll show him my design. I wish I had my journal with me, but I don't. Like Steven's journal, because as well as you sketched out a sketch, I sketched one too. um, so I'll show him, and all it is so it's for she's obviously a lot bigger than me, and so it is a hairpin that is also it's like a short sword. And all it is taking a shield, hollowing it out, making it into a beautiful ring that has two holes on either end diagonal of the circle, and it will slide through as a sheath to help hold her hair up, but also if she needs it, she can tie her hair into the ring and use it as a ponytail holder. And so that way
All I
she
heard
can
was
pull it out.
ring.
And then she's got the short sword too, so she could like pull out the short sword like dramatically without cutting her hair.
Yeah.
And then like her hair kind of tumbles down, and she's like, "I will do battle with you," kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Love
a
it.
solid design, my guy. That is a solid design.
I think what I may do actually also is instead of just doing holes you said protect her hair and it reminded me I didn't think of that.
Yep.
What I may also do is put some kind of maybe like a silver coated sheath across this middle part so that way it doesn't cut her hair because I don't need her to be mad.
That is a
I'm with
wise
Goliath,
decision.
dude. I quit listening at Ring.
Right.
Yeah, and so I'll be like, what is can I make a history check real quick actually? I know I made a nat 20 on my history check for the marriage proposal thing, but I don't feel like that's sufficient for what I'm about to ask.
That's fair.
What are you about to ask?
Well, what I was going to ask is I don't necessarily I know Modo.
Sure.
We already established I know Modo, but I don't know anything else about like orc culture. Like I don't know I don't know if Beaufort would just organically. I mean, maybe I've picked up a few things from being on my own for 7 years, but I don't know if I've
you're
picked up a
looking
whole bunch.
for like
Like from
in-depth
Costa Rica.
religious
Yeah.
knowledge, make me a religion check. You're going to be looking for a DC 17.
Okay, I think it's a +4.
And by the way, out of character, Mitch, since you guys brought up the sketch, does Stream get to see the concept art for Beaufort's new sword? Mayhaps?
Sure. I'll pop it up. Please forgive the crudeness of this sketch, everyone.
It's concept art. It's not the finished product.
It's a concept.
Yeah.
We love
It is nice though.
It is nice. So I got a natural 19 with my religion is +5.
19 plus 5.
So 24
Nice.
total.
What
I'm trying to figure out is
Beefy rolls.
something she did something significant with Beaufort's hammer insignia, like Morodin's hammer insignia on it. I'm trying to think of something that is also a, deep religious symbol for Modo that I could get put on there as another insignia.
So there are a numerous amount of orcish gods. They have their own pantheon. Both the two separate races of orcs. The Workin generally are more of the they're not very religious. They're just there to fight, fuck shit up, loot, plunder, wage war, gain power. They don't really care about religion. The high orcs, such as Rashanka, they have a pantheon all of their own. They have orcish deities for nature. They have a prime orcish deity, Moto, which is one of the largest gods that they follow, being a deity whose domains fall into the realm of fire, smithing, devotion to a craft. But they also have gods for successful harvests, the sun. They have like spirits that they follow for clean water and air. It's kind of a mixing of both spiritual and religious. They believe in nature spirits, they believe in higher deities. It's kind of a complex belief system for orcs.
So I'm guessing orcs are kind of like polytheistic.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
They believe in numerous gods at once. Like very, there are orcs that like are just like, no, Moto is my person, much like
Monotheistic,
Rashanka.
yeah.
Yeah, but more often than not, they believe in multiple gods and spirits inhabiting at the same time. Like it's not unheard of for like a cleric or a paladin to praise multiple gods during their existence in their particular profession.
Okay. And she hasn't shown any signs of any other god, just Moto.
Just Moto.
Okay. Then I'm going to try to think back in my mind to a symbol for Moto that is meant to be elegant, but also like tough. Like Morodin's hammer is, forgive me for my possibly not PC language, but a hammer is very masculine. It's very masculine image. Trying to look for something that is a little bit less masculine, but not so far feminine that it's, like flowers. I'm trying to get somewhere in the middle that's close by.
So Moto
You're trying
has
to honor her, not patronize her.
multiple
Right.
symbols. One that would have caught your attention is something that she actually has on her anvil itself, which is a very elegant flame with a set of eyes and what appears to be a fist in the center of the flame.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Then I am going to sketch that into the right above the hilt onto the blade itself, and then also with runes of my rune magic and stuff that I'm learning and stuff in the runic language I'm learning, put around it like praise Moto, and then at the bottom of it blessings, just like as many rune blessings as I can fit on that little ring.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So that's kind of Bofer's idea, is like, she's blessed me with something amazing. I'm going to try to do the same and try to beat it if I can. Bofer's going to try to beat it.
I mean, to be fair, the weapon she gave you, not that Bofer would know this, but this is a +2 weapon.
Also, if Bofer was trying to do any of that in Orcish, I don't know if he speaks Orcish. Aaron does if he needs help.
Good to
Don't
know.
Bofer know that either.
Yeah, Bofer doesn't know Orcish.
You could ask.
But
That's true. Aaron's kind of the nerd, so if anybody does, she does.
Well, then
She's a linguist. It's her thing.
I also have comprehend languages, but I'm not currently in need of that right now. But
I forgot about that.
But I'll be talking to Marcus, and I'll go, so what do you think of this idea, and lay it all out?
No, solid concept. As a person who has lived with her for, quite a few years now, she is a big fan of intricacy, as you probably noticed, as he kind of like nods towards your sword. So the more like subtle details you can throw in there, the better. At least from what I know.
All right. That's good thinking, Marcus. I like the way you think. And as I'm like waving my finger at him, like, I like the way you think. I'm gonna start walking back to our little
Oh my
shed,
god.
and as I'm walking, I'm gonna turn around and go. Actually, is any of the jalapeno bread ready?
Yeah.
I mean, it's currently rising. Give me like maybe another 2 hours. It should be ready. But here, hold on. He turns around and he cuts like a big, like 2-inch slice of bread and throws it in the oven. Gives it a few quick twirls. Throws a big slab of like butter and some sort of fruit preserve, and goes, "Here you go."
Yes, I like bow my head and take it from like thank you, thank you. I'm gonna try to do the quiet part of my mission now while everyone's asleep.
Yeah, Heidi's already up. She's currently doing things with the little man. Uba's already done his rounds for the morning, upkeeping the totems. It should be pretty lively. Yeah, it should be a pretty early morning for everyone, if I had to guess.
Nice, nice. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna thank him, and then I'm gonna go sit kind of like by the little pond area and just finish sketching out my stuff and try to fill it with as many intricacies as I can. Since he said intricacy, now Bofer's like, okay, what can I add?
You're probably like 15 minutes into your sketching after you finish your thick cut piece of toast and preserves before you hear footsteps behind you and this rich smell of tobacco as you see Jermac toking on his pipe as he looks over and goes, my, someone's an early riser.
I can't help it sometimes, except for the nights of ale that I do partake in every now and again. Those nights I sleep in, but on days I don't, I'm okay. How are you doing this morning?
I cannot complain. It is a good day. As he kind of like looks over to the rising sun, takes a deep inhale of his pipe, lets loose like a big cloud of tobacco smoke, a little smirk on his face underneath his massive white beard.
I'll I'll kind of be doodling, and then I'm gonna close my book and go. In Dwarvish, I'll say, can we have a small conversation?
Absolutely. What's on your mind?
But
I haven't been home
but
in Morodin knows how long. Have you been?
I try not to dwell too much in the mountain gnomes. I am a bit of an outcast. I care not what happens. My home is here.
That's fair. That's fair. Is it improper for me to ask what happened?
Not at all. For me, it was, my innate abilities were a bit unbecoming of what my house expected of me. So they, to put it lightly, gave me the boot out of my house and home.
Yeah, I look at him and I go, kind of the same excommunication from the church. They didn't appreciate a mistake that was made, and it was not made of my own free will and volition.
Nor mine.
Yeah. What?
I was born a druid instead of a sorcerer or a paladin like the rest of my family.
That makes sense. Yeah, they're really proud of their knightliness, their stoicness, aren't they?
Narrow-minded.
Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, I mean, I was accused of something heinous that was not my fault, and the person who lied before the church and the courts, I mean, he's gone now. He can't even testify to my innocence upon figuring out that he lied. So,
Karma finds a way.
oh yeah. Has there been any? I imagine you travel a little bit. Has there been any word of the church or anything trying to make moves towards the west, like moving people, moving armies? Is there any of that?
Not to my knowledge, though I don't generally dawdle on rumors, especially in the mountain homes.
That's fair. I have to at some point stand before the church again to reclaim my innocence, and I'm trying to think of if the churches are armed or not. Last I checked, they were. So
They are always armed. They are a prevalent military force in the mountain homes near here.
gotcha. Wait, mountain homes near here?
Ah, yes. Less than a week's travel northeast.
Whoa.
Or northwest. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, where are we? No, I have to travel. I have to travel east into the Black Market City to try
Ah,
to.
the bazaar. Good
Mhm.
time. Good times.
I got to go in there to try to bust someone out of jail, and that's gonna be a hard one. I don't know. Let me ask you. Do you remember? Do you remember the church ever having a stance on, for lack of a better term, whistleblowers? I've never heard of anybody having any kind of issue. If someone blows the whistle on something bad, typically they're well taken care of and protected, and the church wants to hear them out. But all of a sudden, my friend is in jail, and I don't understand why.
Times change along with the politics of it. So it really depends on what whistle is being blown towards who.
Hmm. Well, do you mind if I, and I point to my head and then gesture to his? Do you mind if I show you the image?
Go right ahead.
And I'm gonna show him the image of that little like whisked away dreamlike state that I had of seeing Cavella in the jail cell and then getting killed by that weird Dementor looking thing, and be like, I don't know what happened or what that is or how this happened, but I had this vision and now I have to go find her.
Well, from what I can see, it does appear to be well fortified, so you have your work cut out for you.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen a creature like that before?
Fortunately, yes.
What is that?
That is one of the many champions of the Red Pits. That individual is known by Feyrathium.
The red pit. So my friend's possibly not in jail, but rather been put into the pits?
Well, you see, that individual has strings in very high places, so not only is he a champion of the gladiator pits, he is also in a position of power. He is a nobleman, if you will, if you even could call him a man.
Okay, that's new. I mean, granted, most of my life I spent just fighting undead outside the church of the town I was stationed in. I worked for the church for years, and that's all. I didn't travel much as far as out to the east at the very least. So, oh, okay.
I've witnessed that man's brutality as you get feedback from his mind into yours, as you see that pale individual with black on black eyes, black teeth, wearing black armor. You see him single handedly dismantling a team of three with the look of complete and utter bliss and ecstasy.
Is this? I don't know how else to put this. Is this somebody that can be tricked? Can be, I guess, I don't know, maybe have play with their mind, or is this somebody that is truly both physically, mentally, spiritually fortified?
Mentally and physically fortified, yes, but I have never known that house to be religious. They are, put it mildly in dwarven terms, heretics.
Ah. I just don't know how to. I have a contact in Bazaar that's kind of, as you saw with my mind thing. I'm able to kind of every once in a while get something to him, and he's able to get something back. As far as I know, me and my friends have safe haven when we get there. Um, but as far as getting Cavella out of jail, I don't know, or out of this cell, whatever she's in. I've never seen anything like that before. I don't know. Is that maybe under the pit, beside the pit? Is that a separate building all entirely? I've never even seen the landscape of this place.
There are numerous prisons within the bazaars, so it is hard to tell which one is which.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll have to talk to my contact and see if maybe he can hunt her down. I appreciate your candor and your conversation. I haven't heard the mother language in a long time, and it's actually kind of nice to hear, especially when I don't get to hear Morodin's voice much. So it's very nice to hear.
He nods and pats you on the shoulder and goes, "It is good to have a conversation in the mother tongue. It doesn't happen often, but it is comforting. Homie. I do have advice for you, though. If you are going to the bazaar, I would recommend you and your rather colorful friends try to keep themselves under the radar. They are, as the kids would say, blinged out. I would recommend...
Yeah.
I would recommend cloaking yourselves and not drawing any attention to yourselves.
I agree. Last question for you before I'm ultimately gonna have to go wake my friends up, or they're gonna miss breakfast. Have you heard from Morodin lately?
I don't generally contact Morodin. I am a faithful Stormlord myself.
Oh, okay. My apologies. I always assume most people, Mountain Home's very big in Morodin. I just assume. My apologies.
He kind of chuckles, goes, "Nothing of it." As he opens his eyes, you see that his eyes are like a white silver color, as you see like electricity kind of crackle out of the sides of his eyes.
I go, that's amazing. And I'll lift up my hand, and you'll see the white light kind of come from my palm with the black kind of reach underneath again. I'm like, just trying to, and I'll kind of do like this to kind of show the difference and be like, I'm just trying to get this stuff to go away. I just need that stuff gone.
He nods. Understandable.
The last conversation I had with Morodin, we spoke momentarily in a moment of crisis, and ever since then, it seems like the fog has gotten thicker, and I can't hardly hear him. Although, I mean, at least I know he's there. I hear the anvils sing periodically. However, I haven't heard his voice in a long time.
Sometimes it's best to not hear your idols. It keeps you vigilant and on the path.
I'll remember that. And I'm going to reach out and take his hand and say, blessings upon you.
Blessings upon you. And he goes, I imagine you'll be heading off soon, so, from one dwarf to another. And he kind of gives you a wink with his static eyes. He gives you a small pouch.
I'm like, okay. And I'll take it, and I'll go walk off to our thing, and I'll say thank you, and I'm going to go wake up everybody. Give me 1 second. I got to go real quick.
Yep. But with that, as Beaufort is kind of walking back, the rest of you would start to rouse and rise with the rising of the sun.
Good morning. Whoever's in the fucking thing still.
Pretty much everyone except for Sky and Beaufort.
And Calliope's in the house already.
And Calliope, yeah.
I think Erin would have been like getting up, casting her mage armor, getting everything, settled, her normal morning routine about the time Branch is getting up.
Yeah, I start packing up my things. I just anticipate.
Kind of a
Mhm.
quiet morning. Quiet morning in the barn.
Yeah, get my things together. Try to do one more fishing before we go, since I did so terrible last time.
You did. You guys showing up by your son, your scaly son.
Hey, I'd rather be shown up by my son than like anybody else. Shit.
That's true. It's like when the kid beats his dad in a game of pickup. It's like,
Yeah.
damn, I've taught you all I can.
Right.
The student has become the master now.
When I left you, I was but a learner.
So you
They
get a
grow up
in
so
your eye. I've
fast.
taught you so well. Exactly.
Right.
Mhm.
That's my son. Oh my god.
I guess I'll roll a survival.
Absolutely.
Let's see. I click you. Okay.
Did you
It
mean to
lagged.
roll
I got it
twice?
twice. No, but it was the same number twice, so it's 14.
14. Yeah, you throw a line in. Not even 5 minutes later, you get a bite as you see a rather sizable catfish kind of snag your line. It's a good fight. It's a good fight.
Okay.
Hell yeah, catfish are huge.
Mhm. Something to eat well on the road.
It's one of those. What is it? Not a bull catfish, but one of those like blue tinted ones.
Mm.
That's good eating. Damn it, now I'm hungry for fish. Hate you guys.
You just gotta shut your ears off every session to food.
I know. It's like watching a Miyazaki movie. You just get hungry by the end of it.
That's
Because
why
your
you gotta
food,
eat a little
you
bit
just,
at the same time. You like, yeah,
that's
food.
Yes, that's the
that's why
problem.
I have my snacks with session, because otherwise I'd just be over here struggling.
Mm-hmm. Best.
Struggle bus.
Mm.
I forgot that I muted because I started spazzing out because my game was
Wait,
being an ass.
You
oh
spazzing
no.
out? Never.
All right, listen here, Gremlin.
Rude. Rude. First of all, how dare you?
Dead ass. Like, you weren't supposed to agree or some shit. The fuck?
Yeah, what the hell?
I would never lie to my players.
That's true.
Right,
That's
he's
true.
nothing. He's honest.
On that note, just pick a spot on the map real quick.
Pick a spot on the map.
Oh no, I wasn't being honest.
We'll say over here off the far side of the pond in between the barn and the pond.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Wait for a small
Well.
explosion to happen.
Yeah.
No. Wait, actually,
It's Calliope.
it could be anything. What's about to happen?
And I say that with all the love in my heart.
What I do?
That's what we're
You said
trying to
wait
figure
first.
out. What are you about to do?
Right.
Oh no, I'm not doing anything. I might freeze the lake now because, fun, but we also just got all of our magic and stuff back, so maybe I shouldn't waste that.
Right, and Branch is fishing.
But there's
So
a
I
bunch of
should
different ponds
freeze
for
the
him to-
lake.
There's
Don't
so many
Why
freeze
different
would
the
you
places
do
trophy
to
that?
fish.
fish.
Not the trophy fish.
No.
It's
Yeah.
the pond he's fishing in.
Freeze it before we leave so we can keep the fish a little longer. But like flash freeze it.
Fine.
Mm,
I'll be productive or something. Jesus.
you know.
All right. I guess I'll find a spot. I'll go to that spot and I'll lay out all my alchemy stuff. And I'm just going to get to whipping out potions now since I can't be a menace. Boo.
You can always
mean-
be a menace. We would just advise against it.
I mean, that's
Especially
kind of
this
just,
place.
You
that
can
goes
always
hand in
ignore
hand
us.
with Calliope as a character. Is just Calliope
Right.
equals menace.
You can
Right.
always ignore us.
But I like to ignore you, but then y'all get mad. Like,
Right.
Calliope,
Why
why'd you
would
do
you-
that? Why you always starting stuff? And I'm like, 'cause then the plot moves. What the fuck?
That's true. And that's
Gina,
why,
Plot-
like,
the plot's
Just
gonna
send
move
me
by us
a
getting kicked
ingredient
out
list,
very
Calliope.
quickly.
Like, we could sit here in this idyllic paradise
Plot
and,
moving, us
and have,
getting
like,
kicked out of Arby's. I'm crying.
We're gonna get exactly. We're gonna get kicked out of this paradise and asked never to return.
right. We're gonna be
Okay.
banned like Oku.
In my defense, we didn't get kicked out when we was meddling in people's marriages. So whatever the fuck I do won't be
That's
half
true.
as fucking invasive as our first day here.
Unless
Leave me the
Hey,
hell alone.
Nobody meddles. Nobody
unless you
meddles.
explode and catch part of it on fire.
There was active meddling. Leave me alone.
It wasn't meddling, to be clear. It was tattling. It was clear tattling.
Right?
Which is different,
If
I would
you
argue.
blow something up and catch the place on fire, that will get us in trouble.
Maybe, but like, I feel
Why
like
would
Uba
I?
also does
Okay.
that. I feel like Uba has to have done that at least once, so like we won't get in trouble if he
That's
hasn't gotten
true.
in trouble.
That's
You know?
true. And
You
Chess
know?
together have definitely caused some chaos here somewhere.
Yeah, but it can't be worse than what Heidi already has with Uba and his boys and like all
That's
these
right.
house guests.
They
There's
are
nothing you
obnoxious
can
and
do here that would
chaotic,
get
so
in huge trouble.
I
I'm
think
just
at
gonna
this
say,
point,
life would do you worse.
at this
Uh-oh.
point, I think Calliope would be frustrated, and she's gonna cast silence as a ritual around herself and just scream bloody murder.
So
The
Calliope
voices.
screaming in silence in the middle of the meadow. Fantastic.
Tone of silence.
Yes.
In a glass case of emotion right now.
But with that, as fishing commences, morning rituals are done. Eventually, the smell of fresh baked bread wafts into the area, along with the smell of salt cured bacon kind of wafts into the area as breakfast is just about finished. As Marcus kind of comes out to the side of the door and rings a little bell as he walks back in, a chipper little smile on his face.
He's so cute.
Right, that bed is so fucking
Isn't he?
comfortable. Chaz is gonna have to like drag me out of it. Cause like we gotta go today. I don't want to, because
No.
you know we gotta go face this stupid fog god, fog evil lady, and
not a
deal
god.
with yeah, I had to
Your
fix
life
that.
of
Okay,
possibilities
She
is
only
too
thinks
much
she's a
right now.
god.
like I have to go back.
Shaz is
leave
buried
here.
underneath his pillow, like his pillow on top of his head, and he's laying on his stomach, and you just hear him snoring. He is passed the fuck out.
Good. I'm not. I mean, I'm literally not getting out of bed until he makes me. So I'm comfortable and I'm sleeping in as long as I can.
You're gonna be there
Guys.
for a while then.
Guys, easy.
But he just rolled a 2 for waking up, so.
Oh no.
I'll roll him with advantage. And no, that was a natural 1. Okay.
I
but
mean, he
with-
does have his one good arm over top of me and cuddled up with me, so I'm going back to sleep.
Aww.
It's like cat rules. If there's a cat in your lap, you legally can't move. It's like that, but with his arms.
It's very true.
Yep.
It's very true.
I'm just rolling over.
I
going
do
back to
not follow that law with my cat. That little motherfucker has to.
Oh no.
I will ask, is Rashanka up and awake?
With the sounding of the breakfast bell, she does kind of emerge slightly groggily from her forge. A slight bedhead, but with her dreads, it just looks even more fantastic than normal as she kind of like strolls up and immediately goes over to her coffee pot and pours herself a large tankard of coffee.
Tankard, my queen.
Nice.
Tankard is quite the language.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna walk in to the dining room. I'm gonna try to make sure she's not looking and stealth my way into the basement.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Disadvantage because you're wearing plate armor.
Right, yeah, you're gonna stealth, okay.
Ting, 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 ting.
Stream can see it. Stream can see it. Y'all can't. I have +0 to stealth.
Yep.
And also disadvantage.
Yes.
Yep. Zaz is about to go.
Okay, that's a 12
Okay.
and a 10. So 10.
Ooh.
Now roll a perception.
It's a 17 plus 7, so
Yeah.
a 20,
Clink, clink,
24.
clink, clink.
As you kind of stealthily go behind her, she sips her coffee, just looks right at you and goes, "And where are you going this rather fantastic morning?"
Beaufort goes, I had an idea, and I have some of my own metals and forms that I'm going to use to make this, so don't worry too much. I have some things that I'm going to try to get together before we leave. Stay up here?
She kind of inhales, grabs her tankard with both hands, takes a heavy sip, and goes, "If you require the tools, you know where they are. Just don't use too much of the high-ranking materials, please."
I will not. I will not use too many of the. Actually, I didn't plan on using hardly any, to be honest.
You say you know your way around. You're welcome to my forge. Ooh.
So I'll smile and I'm gonna wink
Don't
at
go
her and
using up
run.
all my expensive stuff, though.
I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna wink, and then I'm going to briskly walk to the basement.
Rishanka is still just kind of leaning against the counter as she watches you go, raises an eyebrow, takes another big swig of her coffee.
Tink, 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 tink
So-
down the stairs.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm making this hairpin short sword. I'm using little bits of silver for coating and making runes and writings and things because it's prettier that way.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use my orichalcum for the hilt and the counterweight
Mhm.
because I only have enough for that left. I don't have very much left. And then I'm just gonna use plain iron, but I'm gonna polish it to look like silver.
Very nice.
So, and then the sheath for the middle of the thing, if she's got some leather in there, I will stitch it up and make it look nice.
Plenty of it here in this particular home. Roll me a d20 plus your, I guess, wisdom modifier, since you're relying on well-ingrained knowledge.
Okay. Preemptively casting guidance.
Yeah.
Preemptively. Oh, I don't have any inspirations. Dang. Okay. I got a 9. No, is it a 16 or a 19? Hold on. I think it's a 19.
Where's the dot? There should be
There
a
is
dot
no
on the
dot.
dice. No, what? Or like a line under the 6 or the 9?
No, okay. I'm dumb. I'm reading it upside down. It's a 16. So then
Okay.
plus 4,
Dirty 20.
dirty 20, plus 2. 22.
22.
Yes.
So as you get down there in the silence of the workshop, you begin kind of waking up the forge as the bellows begin to breathe, turning the dying coals into this white hot inferno. You begin to work, and there's inspiration behind this particular item that you're making as you find yourself quickly working through it as you begin to hear multiple anvils kind of clanking as you're working, even noticing you hit once and then like behind you there's like 2 more small anvil hits behind you. Appears you are being watched right now.
Being watched?
The
Yeah.
ancestors, my
You're in
dude.
a divine forge right now. Yeah, you're being watched.
Okay. Can I?
What are your intentions
Hold on.
for our Rishanka? The ancestors
Hold on.
want to know.
Hold on.
Right?
Can I? This is just up to you. Can I, with guidance? Hold on, let me grab my other dice. Can I roll a religion check to, as I'm working, as I've done many times, sing Morodin's hymns? However, I'm going to do my best to sing ones that are uplifting to all and not just Morodin.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Give me a religion check.
Okay.
Inclusive hymns.
Okay,
We
that's
love
actually,
it.
instead of rolling both dice, let's do it one at a time so I can actually read them. Okay, That's a 9. Plus 5 is 13. No, 14. Plus 4, 18.
18. Very nice. As you're singing these hymns, you do catch. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is a 14.
14.
I have
That's
a better.
Not bad.
I have a better insight.
That's not bad. With a passive of 14, as you're like humming these hymns to yourself as you're working, Annabelle's kind of singing around you. You do catch this kind of like bassy undertone, as if there are something in the background kind of humming along with you.
Okay. I'm gonna just relax in it. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I kind of at this moment I think Beaufort is so excited about his little inspirational moment, and just kind of I'm gonna embrace it. I'm gonna embrace this moment of what feels like he was meant for, and I'm gonna fully just lay in it and rest in it.
Very nice. Very nice.
Mm.
But more surprising than not, this item comes together. It's odd. Like, you think you're working at like a consistent pace, but as you like are putting already the finishing touches on polishing, you're like, fuck, it's probably like mid-afternoon. We should have left hours ago. Everyone's still eating breakfast by the time you finish.
Ooh.
I'm gonna step back from my forge for a second, and forge is still burning hot, anvil's still turning red from the heat of the metal, and I'm gonna go into my own mind and just kind of spiritually reach out and just be like, "Hi, my name is Beaufort. I'm a worshiper of Morodin, and it's a blessing to be here."
Give me. What would this be?
God, now you're making him think.
Shame on you.
I know, right? How dare you
Everyone
make
has
me
great
more
ideas, but he
religion
tortures us
check?
with them.
Another religion, okay.
Give me a religion check, but instead of your religion modifier, add your investigation.
Add my investigation. Oh, you turd. Okay. Okay, wait. So wait, I have a question. I also just realized I have proficiency in religion, and I have not been adding that. Question: since I'm rolling religion but using the investigation modifier.
Your modifier would already have proficiency in it.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then yeah, I'm
Mm.
stupid. Forget what I said.
You're fine.
Okay.
Wait.
First D20. Not 20.
So as you like,
Wait. So that makes it
mentally-
22 plus 4.
so as you like reach out with your mind and kind of introduce yourself and give praise to this forge, you feel numerous presences kind of wash in as you once again see all of these shadows with bright white eyes, long ears, as you see the ancestors of Rashanka kind of standing around you in ghostly apparitions for just a moment.
I'll step back from my work and gesture to it, and I'll in my mind still reaching out. By all means, please tell me what you think, or if you can't tell me, at least show me a sign of good or bad. Should I add more? Should I take away? Some kind of sign. Tell me what you think.
You feel a large hand kind of swat you on the back.
But
Wow.
is like the hand kind of staying there, or is it just like a quick little?
It's kind of like that overzealous uncle that kind of is like, "Hey, good job," and kind of like whacks you on the back just a little bit too hard. It's very similar to that.
I'll put my hand up, and I'll kind of pat it back, even though it's ghostly. Probably end up hitting myself, but still gonna gesture, and I'll say, "This was done with the intention of giving a blessing to Rashanka. I understand that you are the ancestors of this amazing woman, and I want to do right by her. If there are any blessings
Ooh.
that you would like to put onto here to give to her, you tell me what to put down and I will put it down.
You see all of the inscriptions that you put on the ring. I assume it's in Dwarvish, yes?
Yeah, it's in Dwarvish.
You see all of them light up a bright blue and begin to turn into a flame as the entire Dwarvish runic system is converted into Orcish.
Nice. I go,
Wow.
I laugh and I go, see, I knew there was something. And I laugh. I knew there was something. And I will.
You will be taking her last name, sir.
And
You
I.
know that, right?
And I will pick it up and
That's what he just been
I'm gonna
told.
turn. Can I see the ancestor who touched my shoulder? Even though it's kind of ghostly, can I see them?
As you look back, there is probably a 7.5-foot tall shadow behind you.
Jesus.
As you see the outline, it is kind of like wispy, but you see a kind of like a shaman sort of like clothing with like large prayer beads around his neck, a well-built figure, bald head, and you see these like massive double-pointed tusks.
I'm gonna take, because I know that she uses a stamp to put that little logo on from Moto, that little religious logo that she has. It's a stamp that you heat up and press into already hot metal. I'm gonna grab that stamp and I'm going to use my forge tongue to get it hot, and I'm gonna blow onto the sheath in the middle of the circle to get it a little warm so that it sets in nicely. And then I'm also going to blow on the hilt, right above the hilt on the blade of the sword, and get it warmed up. And I'm going to reach out and see if they can grab the stamp and plant it.
Out of curiosity, would you be putting your craftsman mark, or are you trying to use Rashanka's? Because there is something there if you want to use Rashanka's. With your past check on history, it is kind of a taboo to use another smith's craftsman mark.
Okay. If that's the case, then I am. Oh, this is gonna be good. I'm gonna take the stamp that I made of the dragon head of our group, and I'm gonna use that.
Dragon head.
I'm gonna use that instead.
Yes.
With the owl ripped chest, big wings, all that. Put that on the sheath, and then I'm going to. Bofer has never signed his work before.
Oh.
I think Bofer is going to. I'm gonna gesture with my stamp for the sheath and ask the ancestor if they can hold it, if they can press the stamp into the sheath and allow it to burn it in.
You see your stamp turn white hot as you see both your stamp and the item begin to float as the stamp presses into the desired area.
Nice.
Wow.
And then I will unsheath the blade, and Bofer is going to create a logo in this moment for his work. And it's going to be, it will be a capital B, and at the top of the B, it will extend one line to the right, and at the bottom of the line, it will extend to the left. So it looks like an S inside of a B for Bofer Steelgut, and that will be my symbol I'm going to press into the blade right above the hilt.
Beautiful. A craftsman
So,
should sign
I
his
never
work. That's
mentioned
awesome.
what
Sentimental.
Rashanka's craftswoman mark is. I do believe. Give me a moment. I need to remind myself what her craftsman's mark is.
Let me see if I can.
So her stamp mark is a one-horned Oni face with orcish tusks surrounded by an arc of fire.
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm gonna see if I can make this quickly. But as I stamp. I'll make it later, actually. As I stamp this, my craftsmanship logo, I will sheath it all.
Excuse me.
I'll sheath it all, make it nice. As Beaufort, compared to Beaufort's size, it's probably, fits in both of my hands like this, because she's a lot taller than me and bigger than me. So Beaufort's kind of like holding it with both hands, and I will look at all the shadows and the ghostly figures around, and I'll say, would anybody, or everybody, like to offer a prayer of blessing upon this?
You see all of the shadows kind of like step back and vanish from your area of effect. They have done their work.
Cool. And so I will set it down, put my hands on it, and I will pray to Morodin and say, Morodin, pour blessings into this blade and into this utility piece. I do believe it is my finest work, and I do believe that it is your hands that guided me and her ancestors that blessed me.
Oh.
And as I pray that, I will kind of press my hands into it, hold it for a minute, just kind of give a moment of silence. And Beaufort is in his own mind, like trying to remain humble, but also kind of like a little schoolgirl, just kind of like ecstatic about what just happened, but also trying to remain humble at the same time. And so,
Baby, I already met your family.
I will.
They like
Right.
me.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta be cool right now.
No,
I
and
gotta
so
be cool right now. But
I'm gonna also pray to Morodin in my head and go, I don't have any real critics who will give me the advice to get better. What do you think? And see if Morodin answers.
oh my god.
The heat
Daddy,
of
do you
the
approve?
forge is, for you as a craftsman, there's always been this irresistible charm to just working in this super hot area, smacking metal. And in this moment, even noticing there's no sound around you outside of the breathing of the bellows in the forge itself, you hear this clearly defined hammer on anvil.
Oh.
Good. And so
It's worthy of her.
I will wrap everything up. And just kind of keep it hidden, not like hidden like I'm hiding it away, but just kind of wrap it up almost like a gift, and I will try to make it presentable in some way. And then I'm going to strap it to my back, which probably takes up the whole of my back, at least the middle in between my shoulder blades. And so and then I will head back upstairs. Give me a moment.
All right. I think while he's doing all of that, because he's been down there for a while and breakfast has been ready for a while, at some point we're gonna wake up super fucking hungry.
Shez also smells breakfast and kind of gets up, his curly hair just a complete mess as he gets up, and kind of like scratches his head and goes, "That was really good sleep." Man, I'm hungry.
Yeah, you know what? Sleep is a lot better in a comfortable bed, and generally when you have someone, to cuddle with. Slept out,
True that.
I don't
True
remember sleeping
that.
that well in a long time. But you're gonna be by yourself after today, because unfortunately I think we're leaving today.
Well, that sucks, but breakfast first. As he kind of like slips out of bed, puts on some slippers, throws on a loose shirt, ties up his sleeve with where his missing arm is, and goes, "Shall we? Marcus's breakfasts are always better warm." And he's still kind of like wiping the sleep out of his eyes.
Yeah, might as well. Do you need help with that? Is that like trying to help him tie his shirt?
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, I know you're well equipped to do it by yourself, but you could use help just this once. When are you gonna have another chance to have someone help you get dressed? She puts her hands up like, no.
All right, well, if you're insisting on spoiling me, and he kind of like sits down and goes, "Do your worst."
I mean, my worst, my best, whatever. And she just like giggles as she like pokes it aside again, and then helps him tie his shirt and whatever. And I don't really want to go, but there's unfortunately stuff we have to deal with. And she's telling him that uh she was also going to mention, you remember that blood that I showed Uba, that will you go with me to talk to Doc about it before we leave today? Because I think I really need to see what he knows.
Yeah, sure, as long as we get breakfast first.
Oh no, we're getting breakfast first, but I'm trusting you with this, so I've decided to trust you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna run away. I mean, I kind of live here. It's possible for me to fucking book it.
She's just gonna laugh. You're such an ass. She's gonna
Yep.
stand up after she's done like dressing him, put her hand down. All right, let's go get food, and then we'll figure out the rest.
He gets up, ruffles his hair, and goes, "Food!" and makes his way down the stairs.
Again, such a selfish ass, but I guess and she's like chasing him down the stairs.
As Shaz kind of takes the stairs down 2 by 2, he pops in the kitchen and goes, "Morning, everyone."
I'm gonna have to cast prestidigitation on myself as we're walking down to like make my hair look brushed and wrinkles out of my clothes and all that other shit.
Lovely morning, isn't it? What you got today, Marcus? And he kind of like begins like opening up all of the dishes to see what he's making as Marcus goes, it's breakfast. It's always the same. Sausage, breakfast, eggs, toast. Come on now. Come on. I'm a creature of habits at best. Shaz looks at him and goes, "Definitely a creature," and kind of like ruffles his hair.
Not definitely a creature.
Like, oh my god, you can sit your ass down and wait your turn. Be so pretty.
But everyone else is already eaten. Why do I gotta wait? And he kind of like grabs the plate and begins like filling it up with various things.
Here, let me help you, and I'll like hold the plate while he fills it up.
Easy enough as he begins filling plates for both you and him.
Cool.
You're spoiling him too.
What?
I said Sky really is spoiling him. Aw.
But with that, breakfast is had. Everyone has returned. Bofer, there's a moment as you're climbing the stairs, you get suddenly very winded.
Oh shit.
It only lasts maybe about 30 seconds to a minute, but you definitely feel a moment where you're like, whew, fuck, all right, yeah. And then you catch your breath and make your way up the stairs.
Okay, does it no level of exhaustion, just
Nope.
almost like getting a breath knocked out of you for a second?
Kind of, or if the haste spell was cast on you.
Oh.
Oh.
I have a passive insight of 17. Would I understand what the effects of haste are since I've never used it, at least in this setting?
You know
The
what
ancestors gave you
haste
speed.
does, but you've never experienced the side effects of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take a. You ever seen somebody when they're really like, they hit one of those like smelling salt things and they're like doing like,
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll just hit like a 2 claps and a Ric Flair and just, whoo, like okay. But there's no exhaustion. That's wild. There's no exhaustion. Okay.
Wow.
All right. Then I'll walk upstairs, and I'm guessing everybody's up there eating.
Yeah. You see everyone kind of gathered around the table or like standing against counters. You see Uva, who is currently having himself a a small sort of like bone-in roast of some sort as he's just kind of tearing into it. You see Heidi nibbling on eggs as she holds little baby Madra. Yeah, everyone's just kind of having breakfast, having small talk. Everyone's kind of like giggling and laughing to themselves as they have these like conversations. It's very peaceful here.
Bofer's not confident enough to present this in front of everyone. I'm gonna try to meet Rashanka's gaze wherever she's at.
She's standing against the counter. She just had a thick slice of toast that very similar to what Marcus gave you, and she is turning back around to the counter to make another big tankard of coffee as she turns around and sees you and goes, "Finished already?"
And I'll take a big breath and go, yeah. I need your help. Could you help me for just a second?
Well, it is always good to ask for help, young apprentice. She kind of strolls over to you with her coffee and so.
And I'm gonna let her walk in front of me, and I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna look directly. I'm gonna look directly at Aaron, or no, excuse me. I'm gonna look directly at Branch, and I'm gonna go, brother. This could go really good, or this could go really bad.
Was that like
you
a
let her
mind
walk
link
in front of you
situation?
so you can. You're letting her walk in front of you so you can enjoy the view.
No, I'm
I
letting her
was
walk in
gonna
front of me so
say.
she doesn't see me mind link with Branch.
Mhm.
I'm trying to mind link with Branch. She could be like, brother, this could go really good, or this could go really bad.
Branch
I will
Because
sent
say,
as you
a
pointed out
photo of
last
himself
session, you're
winking thumbs up like you got it. Don't worry. It's
All
gonna
right.
be
yeah.
all
I feel
As
like
you
Aaron would take note of that after what we went through last session of like, oh, you two have more secrets. Cool.
I feel like Ranch would just be giving you the Steve-O smiley face and thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
you pointed out last session, your eyes are right at her ass. So
I mean,
True.
yeah, it's not on purpose. I'm only 4'2", so I mean,
Right. No,
not
it's
my
it's
fault.
totally not your fault, but like not a bad thing either.
No, I mean, yeah.
right.
But
Shit
anyways,
happens.
I will
Like
follow.
sometimes things work out.
I will follow suit, and obviously she gets down there and there's nothing there, and I'm gonna pull the piece off my back, and I'm actually going to, before I have her open it, I'm going to, um, I'm gonna walk over and, or actually, I'll ask you, would the forges have stayed lit when I walked out?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna reach out with my mind again, spiritually, and try to say, if you are still here, I would love for you to be here to see this.
Let me make a luck roll.
Ancestors
If
bear
they're not,
witness.
if they're not, I mean, it's cool. Bofer's not.
That's a nat 20.
Damn.
Yeah,
There's been so many
They're
nat 20
getting
rolls between me
married.
and Rashanka.
They're getting
they're still there.
married.
The
Yeah.
dice ship it, you guys. The dice
Pretty
ship
much.
it so hard.
You reach out with
I
your
love
hand.
it.
You suddenly feel this heaviness as you see
Yes, ma'am.
small shadows begin to manifest all around you.
Hell yeah.
And then I'll stand on the opposite side of the anvil where I laid it, and I'll kind of gesture and be like, all yours.
What is this? She kind of, with a smirk on her face, she unwraps it and goes, "This is quite nice. I didn't know you spoke Orcish." She kind of like picks up the ring and begins to inspect it. She goes, "Very nice. Polished iron, silver inlays. What is this? Oh, orichalcum, a boy of secrets. My."
And Buffer will chuckle and go, this is gonna sound terrible, but I do not mean it in any disrespect. Would you mind kneeling down and allowing me?"
Sure.
Wow.
As she kind of takes out the leather strap in her hair, making her dreadlocks kind of fall over her neck and shoulders. She gets down to like eye level with you as she turns and kind of like flicks her hair to one side.
I will. Buffer's small. I don't know how big her Dread's arm. I'm gonna try to put them together so I can.
You might have to stand on the anvil, brother.
Yeah, yeah. And I will push them all. I'll push them all through. Push the open end of the sheath up through the top of the hair just a little bit and run it through. And then let it lay and obviously it holds it all back. And I'll say, there we go. Something to remember me by.
Like tucking her hair behind her ear, all cute.
Lovely.
She kind of stands and she kind of like fiddles with the new piece, slightly adjusting it to it's a little bit more comfortable. She goes, "Now's the moment of truth." As she like shakes her head wildly to see if it comes out and it holds steady. She goes, "Very nice, very nice.
Does a headbang
It
test.
it is an approved gift."
Approved. Beaufort chuckles at approved. And I imagine
You have no idea, honey.
I imagine like in my head as I chuckle because I used one of the forges to contact Morodin. I imagine you hear the belly laugh come and you hear like the fire kind of kick up with my laugh, and I'm like, this particular spot of this facility, for lack of a better term, has made me feel closer to home than anywhere else I've been. And I wanted to say thank you for allowing me to at least be a part of it, even if it's just in a small way.
She reaches up and puts her hand on your cheek and goes, "Of course." And she like pinches your cheek. "Motto is always welcome newcomers."
Oh. And I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna reach out with my spiritual mind and be like, "You gotta help me with this moto thing. I can't." You gotta help me with this moto thing.
Interfaith relationships are complicated but worth it.
Yeah, and Beaufort goes, "Well, I didn't. I'll be honest. I didn't feel comfortable inviting everyone for the spectacle of giving it because I still learning, still trying to get back to my roots. So
I never took you as a shy boy."
Not shy. Beaufort waves his finger and goes, "Not shy.
As he's blushing.
Just unconfident.
He's blushing.
Unconfident in my abilities so far. I'm still getting better."
Never seen a dwarf blush before.
Look
All
at the red of Stephen's faces too, by the way.
Oh my god.
He got a bed.
All right. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. I'm not red in the face. I'm fine. I also have high blood pressure. Okay? Because I'm fat. I'm 280
A
pounds.
likely story, a likely story.
That's valid. No, that's real.
Anyway. Yeah,
We
no.
love you, Stephen.
I will here's what I'll do. I'll look at her and I'll say, "Now I'm going to retreat upstairs to eat because I have not eaten yet. And I will can I in this moment, I'm the DM decision. The moment where they changed my dwarvish to orcish, that was a really cool moment, and can I possibly use comprehend languages as a medium in my spiritual mind to try to pick up just some small words?
I would say in this instance, yes. If you wanted to retroactively actively do that before you gifted this to her, I would say yes. Roll me an intelligence save.
Intelligence save, okay. +2. Wait, roll one dice at a time. One dice at a time. Nat 20 again. There's no way. I'm not.
Dude.
Wait.
So,
I'm going
amazingly
to make
enough-
sure everyone knows I'm not joking. It's right here. I unmoved Nat 20. I'm not.
So as
I'm not
so as the runes like shift over from
Romance.
Dwarvish to Orcish, you see these symbols shift, and it's almost a word for word translation. As you do pick up several phrases in Orcish that would translate out to these blessings.
Okay. Because the phrase that Beaufort wants to pick up is receive the blessings of your ancestors, meaning
Mm.
embrace those who are here in this room right now, who I can also feel them and see them, and like I am aware of them. Like it's almost like a sly indicator of I know that I'm not alone in this room right now aside from you. Like I know them. And and so just a simple orcish phrase of me saying consult the ancestors. And I'll say that I'll put it in a single phrase like this. I'll look at her and I'll say, I'm going to retreat upstairs to eat because I have not eaten yet. But as I go, please take a moment to, and then I'll in Orcish say, consult the ancestors, and I will bow my head in reverence to those who are standing around us.
As you bow your head, she kind of like ruffles your hair with her hand and goes, "You're a very thoughtful one."
I try. And then I will wink at her and I will walk past her and head upstairs. Bofer's sweating. And so I'm going to have to go upstairs and eat a big meal.
As you retreat, she turns to her forge and looks into the white flame as she kind of smirks to herself, and you hear her humming something in Orcish as you make your way upstairs to feast on this bountiful breakfast. She follows up probably like 10 minutes after.
In that 10 minutes, I'm sitting next to Branch, fully mindly with him going, dude, I think I knocked it out of the park. Brother, I think I did it. I think I got it. I don't know, though. I think I did.
I hope you got whatever you were looking for. Whatever that is.
I'll shoot you a look in outside of our minds, and then in our minds say, brother, you gotta know.
You gotta be smarter than that.
I'm like, brother, you had a wife and kids. Come on, you gotta know. Oh god.
Sure, remind me of that.
But with that, about an hour passes as you all are eating your fill, having conversations, drinking tea and coffee alike.
I do want to do something while we're sitting at the table too, though.
Absolutely.
Okay. As we're sitting there, I'm gonna look to Heidi and say, Miss Heidi, I want to, as you know, I'm not used to the ways of the world, the way that things work right now, or like these days. But if you will allow me, I'd like to give you a gift as a thank you for your hospitality and taking us in, and the way that you and your people have treated us since we've been here. If that's okay.
She smiles and goes, "The gift is not necessary, but if you wish to gift, I will humbly accept it." She gives a sharp look at Shaz real quick and then goes back to you.
I'm gonna look at Shaz and like with a look of, we'll discuss that later.
It was more like that look of, what did you do?
And so hospitable.
Like that's concerning. So I'm reaching into my bag and pulling out 3 of the 12 watermelon seeds that I have.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll tell, I have not learned, the whole gold coin, metal disc, whatever trade thing that goes on now. I remember it was like a barter trade system where you give something and, I'm sure Doc knows what I'm talking about, but I have learned since my rebirth that watermelon is like my favorite fruit of all time. And I've noticed that you don't have any in your gardens. These were given to me by the watermelon farmer in the town that we just came from. And so I would like to share. These are very treasured possessions of mine, but I don't have anywhere to plant them right now. But I would like to share them with you so you can have some of my favorite food here and enjoy them whenever you'd like when they do grow. And so she'll put her hand over and give her the 3 watermelon seeds to her.
He smiles and goes, "This is a very welcome addition to our gardens. Thank you. We will be
I
sure
hope
to make sure that they are fully grown if you ever return. We shall be sure to have a small feast of watermelons, huh?"
I hope you enjoy them as much as I do.
She takes the seeds, looks over at Marcus, and goes, "Marcus, I have something for you to do." As Marcus kind of like points up straight, looks over, and goes, "Chores?" As she
Oh my
goes,
God.
if you would not mind putting these in a most perfect spot in the garden, yes?"
Oh,
As she hands the seeds over to Marcus, he goes, "What are these? Oh, are these watermelons? Fuck yeah!" As he immediately like runs out into the garden, grabbing a little shovel and a little watering can as he begins to pick out a spot in the garden.
I'm gonna point at the second she says, "Water, Marcus, I have something for you to do." This guy goes, "Shit," and then she puts her head on Shaz's shoulder and says, "I'm so sorry, Marcus." But as soon as he gets all excited, I'm like, "Okay, that makes up for it a little bit."
I think
But
he's
then
my favorite NPC ever. I love Marcus.
Shaz just kind of leans over and goes, "He's weird about chores. It's not a big deal. He's really into chores. I don't get it myself."
I feel so bad. I didn't mean to give him something else to do, but at least it's something he's excited about. On another note, what the fuck was that look she gave you for? What did you do?
He kind of gets into like a low
I'm like
whisper and
whispering in his
goes,
ear.
"I'm guilty until proven innocent in most circumstances,
Oh, yeah,
so
that tracks. Okay, okay.
rude."
I'm gonna like ruffle his hair after I say that. Like, I got you. Oh, okay.
Kind of like squints at you and gives you a side eye and goes, "Rude."
But fair and honest. I mean, are you gonna
Yeah, you're
disagree?
you're not wrong there. Yeah,
Okay.
kind of goes back to like stirring his scrambled eggs as he pops a fork full of eggs
You
into his mouth.
fucking
I'm
kidding
gonna
me?
pat him on the head and say, "Good boy, you're learning." As I put it, like pop some bread in my mouth.
He looks over and goes, "I am a good boy."
Oh my God.
Ah, look
He's
at
like,
him
"No,
and give
you're
him a
fine.
look like you do with the dog, and go, "Yes, you are."
Yes,
Fucking
you are."
Uba is cracking the fuck up right now.
Erin's snorting into her tea.
I just made Erin like snort tea through her nose.
Oh yeah. Like trying her best not to die coughing because she like wasn't paying attention and then heard, "Yes, you are a good boy." Just choked
Oh
into
my
her
God.
breakfast.
The thing is, guy knows nothing about dogs, but all of a sudden that was like, I don't know, core memory from like when you ride a horse, you get back on the horse, and that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Um, I'm in tears, like literally right now.
Oh my God.
Uba looks over at Aaron and kind of like pats you on the shoulder lightly and goes, "It was good having you here. Unexpected for you to be here, but it was a pleasure having you and your friends."
Yeah, no, honestly, it was great. I feel like we all kind of needed this. It's
Had a
been
great
one
time.
fight after it's been one battle after another for a while
So,
now.
what did we learn?
Don't drink and laugh.
I learned to
Oh,
put my past behind me and not worry about it and just be who I want to be. As I look at Heidi and like, thank you for that, by the way. Maybe I'll have less meltdowns.
She kind of nods as you see a small blue dragon kind of like waltz into the kitchen and goes, "No one warned me about the breakfast.
Oh,
This is terrible. I
No.
have missed it."
Oh
Oh,
man.
I would probably
there's
give a yelp
plenty.
when he shows up and be like, "Oh yeah, right, brother."
There's plenty. There's still plenty.
Uba
um,
looks over and goes, "There's an entire smokehouse full of goodies if you're not looking for, some normie foods." As Terrywing kind of like goes over and looks at him and goes, "You do have good smoked meats. Yes. To the smokehouse." As he leaves the kitchen, immediately bursts into his full size and makes a gallop towards the smoke barn. As Uba goes, "Shit, shit, shit, shit," and gets up and kind of like runs after him.
aw.
It didn't seem very smart of Uba.
he forgets that Terrorwing has almost as big of an appetite as he does. As Heidi kind of like looks out over the two brothers running towards the smokehouse, as Uba's like, "Don't eat everything. Well, just wait, Hutton. I just filled it. Don't empty it out."
Well,
He
it's his
says
dumb ass
the
that told the
dragon.
dragon to go help himself, so you know.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll just
Calliope, is Jermac at the table?
Shermack is currently sitting out the double doors. He had a small breakfast and is currently smoking his pipe, kind of chuckling over the banter on the inside of the building.
Calliope would wander over to him. Hey, so you seem like you got your hands on a bunch of the magical, well, all the goodies. So, do you have any glowy liquor?
Glowy
Oh, no.
liquor. Are you asking for reasons, or you just wish to partake?
Well, partaking is always fun, but I usually use them as a binder in my potions.
Clever, clever. Do you have a preference, or can I use my own references, huh?
Well, you probably know a lot more than me. I've just been able to use whatever I get my hands on.
The decisions must be made then. As he kind of like taps out his pipe and kind of cools it off, puts it in his pocket, and kind of like rubs his very long white beard as he goes, "A moment." As he kind of strolls inside, going up to his room, he disappears for probably like a good 10-15 minutes. Before he returns, you see a velvet sack as he hands you a full sealed bottle of some sort of liquid.
Calliope smiles. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What kind is this?
Very
Calliope.
special. Small batch. Only made once every 50 years by a famous dwarven brewer.
Yeah.
Calliope is like gonna clutch the bottle. She's holding it in both hands and has the mage hand holding it as well. Like it's her life depends on it. Oh my god. Huh. So, how much do you want for it? Is it? How could you just part with this? Oh my god.
Oh, I bought them out like 30 years ago. I bought the entire stockpile.
Calliope looks up at him with like wide eyes. You could afford to just buy out one of the most exclusive liquors like there is?
Yeah. I saved my pennies very wisely.
I like shiny things too much for that. But I should probably learn so I could do stuff like this. And Calliope's gonna stare back at the bottle with like feverish eyes.
If you open up the velvet strings and expose it, you see that there is a fine glass bottle. There's no like label or insignia. It's a very simple like cork and wax seal at the top of it. But you catch this obscenely bright glowing crimson liquor.
Holy hell! This will make somebody tough, huh?
Valshak liquor. It is brewed with dragon's blood.
Oh, that's a conflict of interest. But
I'm sorry. You
It
said that.
is the best burning liquor out there. It is very smooth, warms the body from the inside. It is quite strong. So if you do not have the constitution, he kind of like looks you over and goes, "You should be fine."
oh yeah, you don't know me very well. I could drink with the best of them. I'll be fine. But my friends though.
This is the way you were just like, ooh, that's not ideal.
When you said that's a conflict of interest, Beaufort like stiffens and just goes like just like looks away like
Oh
To
my
be
god.
fair, it is taken from not the bestest of dragon types. This one is exclusive. It was brought down by a small armada of dwarves, it was about 30 years ago. So it was a fierce adult red dragon. It burned several small mountain homes near its territory. So Varshak, being the expert brewer that he did after the slaying of the creature and the dismantling of the parts, took the remaining bloods and bits and brewed it into this fantastic liquor that you see before you.
Calliope is nodding understandably and gonna tuck it back into the bag gingerly. As long as it's ethically sourced, I suppose.
They're literally drinking the blood of their enemy.
Ethically
I mean-
sourced.
I don't know about ethically, but
I mean,
It was morally
like not
sourced.
only are we gonna kill you,
Morally-
we're gonna drink your blood.
we're killing you over killing villages worth of people, okay? I call that ethical.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's Calliope. It's a gray area.
All I'm saying is if we ever get our hands on Althera Vaz, Calliope's not brewing anything out of her blood. Agreed?
No? You sure? I'm pretty sure I can make something
You know
pretty
what?
awesome out of
I
her blood.
mean,
Calliope
sure you
might not, but
could.
after what she put Sky
I
through,
mean-
Sky might.
I mean, but her
No.
eyes, though.
There's no
but
telling
her
what Sky's
eyes.
gonna do to her.
Think about what we could do with her eyes.
Doc's just
Apart
sitting
from
in the
her head and
background, just
Brendan,
kind of
but, like-
sipping his tea, just kind of chuckling at everything.
Right.
Out of character, I'm not gonna say that Sky's not gonna put her on the electric chair and fry her ass.
For sure.
Literally in my
she's
head,
looking forward to doing that.
literally in my head, I hear Calliope going on a rant like Shrek about how certain body parts taste good and what you do with them.
Yeah.
Squeeze the
Yeah,
juices
like-
from your eyes. Actually, it's quite good on toast.
Actually, quite good on toast.
Actually, it's quite good on toast.
You would
Listen.
see Calliope, you would see Uba kind of like push Terrawing out of the barn as Terrawing has like a whole like smoked deer in his mouth, and Uba's like, "Off with you, you shit!"
Yeah.
Calliope is just giggling and thinking to herself, I wonder what this would. Oh my god. You guys know where I could find a gorilla bear?
Another one?
Well, I ran out.
I think
That
Uba would
thing
be
was
one to ask.
huge.
Huh?
What'd you say?
I need some more gorilla bear because I need some more magic middle finger and some more blood. I also need to brew up some black blood, but I think we got some black blood from one of those dungeons we were in. And that means I can make one of those super terrifying fucking potions that makes it super strong. And then with this shit, Calliope is just gonna go off into a complete rant.
I know I have at least 2 undead mana cores still if you need them. I don't know what I would use those for.
We're sitting around the table eating breakfast, and Calliope standing outside going on a rant about blood and body parts and.
Well, listen,
Definitely.
I am a mad scientist. Okay.
I know.
That
Yes.
is what's been keeping me somewhat sober.
And keeping us somewhat alive.
Right. The fact that we're here and I think it's funny and it's great that Calliope is just stocking up on everything she can while we're here.
Yeah.
I love it.
As kind of nudges you, Sky, as he goes, "Did you have something you want to ask the old boy?"
Yes, but I don't think blood is the right thing to talk about at breakfast.
You realize
Guys.
where you're at, right?
Guys,
Huh?
just like, guys, we're eating.
Yeah, right. Exactly what
Yeah,
I'm doing.
yeah.
Sorry, I missed what he said.
He's like, you realize where you're at, right?
Yes, at the breakfast table. You don't talk about blood at the breakfast table.
No, you're in the house of someone whose literal last name is Bloodhoof.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna look at the table. Is everybody okay if I ask a blood question while you're eating? Gonna make anybody sick?
No one even bats an eyelash, at least
Okay,
from
nah.
Uba's family. Everyone's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever."
Okay.
This is normal banter for us.
I'm gonna look at Chaz like, okay. I'm gonna
You
say, Mr. Doc, do you Can you give me some insight or, information or help me with something that's kind of been it's kind of a very important question that I asked Uba, and with him being his blood domain thing, he could only tell me a little bit and said you were the one to ask.
Absolutely. What can I help you with, my dear?
I look at Heidi and say, I'm so sorry. And then so I pull out the little vial. I said, can you look at this and maybe give me some insight or tell me about it or tell me if it's dangerous or I don't know, whatever you can about this.
Sure.
And then I say,
Look,
again, I'm sorry he made me.
He just kind of nods and goes, sure, pass me the vial and I will take a look.
Yeah, I'm like handing him the vial as much as I can because I don't know how close I'm sitting to him.
He's like 2 spots over from you, so easy enough to pass
Okay,
it
cool.
along. As he takes the vial, looks it over, his eyes flash over white as he casts Identify, and goes, "This is diluted aboleth blood."
Diluted aboleth blood?
Oh, lovely.
It can't be anything else. Like it's like specifically comes from aboleths.
This is essentially a byproduct of sorts, a loose recreation of the original.
So, how dangerous would it be or deadly if it were in, say, a human?
If it was introduced to a person, it would not hurt them if they were, say, born with it. But if this was, injected into, say, myself, it would wreak untold havocs on the mundane body.
I'm gonna my Sky's eyes is gonna get really big. Like, okay, that could be very bad. So quick question. You remember the story I told you, like my life story, quote unquote, of what happened and what the fog lady did to me and the I'm gonna look at Shaz as I'm saying this because he knows none of this. The experiments that she did on me before Elvira woke me up and saved me from her um whatever crap the fog lady was doing to my body. Like that whole creepy thing.
Yes, I remember vaguely of you speaking of it.
Okay, so then I'm gonna hold up my arm. That's where this came from.
I see. So you are. He chooses his words very carefully. You are, do not wish to say artificial, but you are a modified being.
I mean, I didn't look like this when I was put into a stasis form, or in a frozen form, and whatever experiments she did on me added that extra vein to me and whatever that blood is, but it also changed my entire appearance.
See, it is not the first time where mad mages have done experiments on the living folk of the world. It is an unfortunate reality of our world that the power hungry will do what they please to further their ideals, morals, interests.
Okay, so what does that mean for, like, I mean, is that potentially going to shorten my lifespan, or what does that mean for me? Or, you know, since it's essentially what we believe, or I believe, or we believe, I don't know, so confused about the whole thing, caused the fog and her to be able to succeed with what she has done.
Don't believe it will affect you at all. It is something that you are were reborn with, so it is a natural part of your body now.
So I'm living with modified aboleth blood. Okay, great. And she gives him like one thumbs up as her other hand is like holding Shaz's hand because she's freaking out with this whole thing. That doesn't mean I'm going to turn into an aboleth or like any kind of evil creature or anything, right? Or that blood can't harm anybody.
Doc kind of chuckles and goes, Aboleths are an ancient species created when the world was still forming, well before the gods even laid their gaze upon the lands. They are powerful, but they do not have the ability to overtake the beings. They are more of plotters and planners. They seek. And he kind of like looks at Shaz, and Shaz kind of goes, "They're giant fishes that wish the illest wills upon the people of the surface. They are kind of evil, but they're also just giant fucking fishes. So I wouldn't sweat it too much. I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird that you're like part fish, but I mean,
I don't think I could breathe underwater. It's just have their like, I don't know, natural blood thing that apparently created her experiments and created this fog and created like this race that looks like me that are evil and trying to take over the world. And I don't know.
Sounds about like a plan that would be hatched from such beings. They wish to change the world for themselves. So this very much fits one of their motives, if you will. We have
Burns
once
actually.
faced we have once faced an aboleth many, many years in the past, but it was lost in the fight. It sank into the depths where we could not follow.
Yeah, I think Ubi
Oh,
tried telling me
sorry.
that the other day when I was asking about the blood, but he just kept rambling on, so I had to shush him and ask him about the blood. Because he talks a lot when he's drunk.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He's also infamous for talking in circles when he is drunk.
Yeah, I can see that too. I think my biggest concern, like, I'm what Elira said was Bogborn, which from what I understood before was more myth and legend because they've never been seen, but we have come across one recently. Other than that, I've heard they were hunted, but the one we came across was definitely working for this fog lady, and she said that from what it made it sound like there was an army of them. And I don't know if they would have the same type of blood or how strong they would be.
I have not heard of these fogborn.
Well, I'm assuming if you don't leave this this area that you're in is probably not well known as, like I said, I've only been reborn, so to speak, the last couple years. So I don't know how long this fog has been a big thing either.
About a
But
century.
oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Now that the Heidi has given birth to the young and healthy mother, I will likely start venturing out further and further from the tower. Shez kind of perks up and goes, "Oh, adventure time, old boy?" Doc kind of looks at him and goes, "It is time to stretch my legs, yes." Shez kind of like goes, "Fuck yeah."
You are incorrigible.
I am very encouraging. Thank you for noticing.
Yes, I have noticed that you hear what you want to hear.
Yes. I'm quite amazing. Thank you.
I just laugh and say, well, thank you for that information. It is good to know that it is not something evil within me or something that I can help or, something that's going to be a danger.
Shaz looks at you and goes, "Oh, there's definitely something evil in you."
I'm going to push him off his chair. Well, you know what? It can't be worse than you, so shut the fuck up.
He cackles
But you
as
know
he
what?
kind of lands on his ass.
Whatever's evil inside of me, you seem to like. So there you have it.
There you have it, folks.
Aaron is actually going to pipe up while Sky and Shaz are bantering back and forth and ask Doc, isn't it possible for aboleths? Is it possible for aboleths to possess people? She kind of glances over at Calliope and then back to Doc.
Yes, they have very powerful psychic abilities, specifically, much like the Gorgons of the world. It is an ocular-based ability.
So they wouldn't be able to reach from the depths with their powers. They'd have to be in front of someone.
You would have to look at them directly in one of their many eyes in order to
He kind of puts up a hand and
be possessed by them. It is essentially an overtaking, and in certain cases, it can turn the person's consciousness and soul and essentially put them in the passenger seat of the body.
Man, why couldn't I get some of the cool aboleth abilities with this shit? All I get is blood.
Calliope's gonna start scratching at the little patch in her head. All right, now before we get to asking too many questions.
Yeah, that was the only question Aaron had, by the way. She just remembered that and was like, "Hey, while we got you talking about aboleths,
you know,
just to confirm,
maybe just hear me out. Just hear me out.
Mm.
I don't have any hear me outs for real. I just don't want y'all to go back to the whole Calliope's evil thing, because we all make mistakes.
Hey, Golf Calliope was pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
True.
She wasn't evil. She was possessed. It wasn't her fault.
This conversation is all happening at the table, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're eating, but also.
Bofer's gonna pause.
I am going to help Chaz back up off the floor, by the way.
That's you pushed him down.
Yeah. He deserved it.
After hearing about the aboleth and after hearing the answer to Aaron's question, Bofer's gonna perk up from talking to Rashanka next to him and go, what use would you have for unicorn blood and the remains of a crystal golem put together? What effect would that have?
Hypothetically. Purely hypothetically.
In most of the Feywild, it is a heavy crime to kill unicorns. It is the unicorn is essentially, I don't want to say a divine being, but it is, to kill one is to essentially besmirch the gods and the creations.
I go, is anyone heavily tied to the Fae in this encampment?
Doc nods and goes,
I myself come from the Feywilds. I come from an elvish city deep in the Feywilds where the Yggdrasil remains.
Okay.
Fascinating.
I'm gonna look at Aaron and look at Calliope and look at everybody and go, Doc, I'm gonna be very honest with you. You are very wise and very well learned. I have the urge to share with someone from the Feywild what we have seen, and I would like to, but what I fear is that any anger you may have upon seeing what I'm speaking of may get directed at us, and I would like to clarify that we stumbled upon it, not we committed it.
I have borne witness to you all. I will bear no anger towards your discoveries. But before you, show me what you have, and I shall finish my answer afterwards.
Okay. And I look at Aaron and I'm like, I give you a look like he's got to know. And I'm gonna implant the image of him. I'm gonna mind link with him, and instead of giving like a bird's eye view of what we saw in totality, I'm gonna show him through my point of view, though it's short to the ground. Um, I'm gonna show him my point of view of standing up on the pedestal of the keep that we were in, the wizard's tower we were in, and show him you know the the POV, first person point of view, of looking to your right and seeing a dismantled unicorn, looking, you know, 45 degrees out into the diagonal part of the room and seeing a dismantled crystal golem, and then looking off to the left, knowing that's an aboleth, and immediately looking away, like snapping your head away, like, and it's seeing
POV, you discover crimes against nature.
yeah, and showing the keep that we found, like the tubes filled with fog and the skeleton huddled over the journal, and like trying to provide and if it was like a movie, the camera would sweep out from my first person point of view up and over to give a layout of like the how it looks like a castle keep, and there's stairs and there's like little small towers almost, and then there's these dismantling spots for creatures, and then there's you know there's the big tubes filled with fog, there's these little chambers off to the side, like trying to paint the picture. And then I will snap out and go, what we stumbled upon was the creation of this calamity.
As I will say too, as he's like, their eyes both kind of go vacant with the mind link. I feel like Aaron would be taking her notes, and also Althira's notes out of her bag. But like once they both snap back to reality, oop, there goes gravity. Say maybe this might be too heavy of conversation for breakfast. Perhaps we take it to the study, and holding up the books that she has. Because Beaufort's right, you might be the one that we really need to consult here.
Doc is pale after the images flashed in his head as he quickly grabs the books and looks at Marcus and goes,
Marcus, if you could be so kind as to brew some very strong tea with a little bit of brandy in it.
As he turns and goes into the library, immediately sits down in his chair and is quickly flipping through pages as he reads. A few moments goes by for whoever follows. He goes,
I'm gonna kind of tap Rashanka on the leg and go, I'm gonna follow and pay attention to this. Would you mind putting your own spin on a piece of armor with this manticore implanted?
shall tinker.
Cool. And I'll hand her my journal.
I'm gonna look at Shaz and say,
big moment. I'm handing her my journal, and I'm gonna.
Very nice.
I'm gonna hand
That
her
is
my.
wifey.
I'm gonna hand
They're
her my.
getting married for real.
I'm gonna
They're
hand her
getting
my.
married.
I'm gonna hand her my journal. Whatever DM decides she's gonna do with it, if not just sketch and doodle, that's up to you. But I'm going to follow and keep my memories as fresh as I can from what we saw and like what I tried to show him.
As Doc fingers through these journals, his eyes becoming more and more serious before you eventually see like he's got like a frown in his forehead as he reads. Marcus brings him more brandy than tea in a cup. As Doc gets it, you see his hand shaking a little bit as he sips on it and continues to flip through pages.
Aaron's to one side of him, to be sure. Just like, this is everything we've recovered so far.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine there is much more of this corruption.
Yes, the obsidian sigil's reach is apparently wide and deep.
And deep pockets too.
yeah, tell Shaz if you want to go in there and read it with him, you're more than welcome to. But I can't relive that trauma and my history again.
Shaz is like just kicks back and goes, "No, I'm good here." As Doc continues to read, he goes,
In lore, the crystal golem was enchanted with a spell far beyond the normal capacity of mankind and its many kins, far beyond the elves, the orcs, the dwarves.
She believes herself beyond the gods.
Yeah, I'll actually, if you pull up the journals, I'll start flipping through one of them and like finding spots where she talks about dismantling the gods and becoming her own essentially, and like pointing it out, like this is what this person, she, he, whatever, this is what their mindset is: get rid of the gods, become their own god, and run the world based how they see fit.
It's more that the gods were incompetent. I can do it better.
Correct. It's a
If I can hear any of that,
nods at these comments as he goes.
The problem is she has dismantled a crystalline golem. These golems were, in the past, they were catalysts for spells far beyond the 9th level spell.
And I'm gonna look at him again and go, hold on one second. Maybe this means something to you as well. I say, I mean no offense. You've been around a lot longer than I have, and I'm the oldest one aside from Sky in this group. Hold on one second, and I'm gonna mind link with him and show him the Warforge, Warforge castle basically in ruins. And then I'm also gonna show him the sigil on the ground, like the ritual circle, and I'm going to imprint the sound of the mechanics under the floor, and basically I'm going to help him to relive the moment I was having, where like, is the Warforge turned on? Like that moment of clicking, like why is the Warforge turned on? Like, and I'm gonna give that to him as well.
if I can hear any part of this conversation ever, Sky's gonna get up and she's gonna walk outside and just go like sit in the garden.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I feel like we've taken the conversation away from the table, so like his study's in a separate room.
Yeah.
And largely for that reason, because like obviously like Sky is traumatized by all of this, and the others, I mean, like, you know, the party's obviously privy to what's happened, but you know, Heidi, Uba, Mick, and Marcus
I'm
not
not
really.
trying to.
Jack,
I'm not
really.
trying to scare a new mom and a new dad. Even though I don't believe that they would be scared, I'm not trying to implant that worry onto them.
Right.
Doc closes the journal and goes,
You know of spellcasting, yes? You all are at least partial casters.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
What would you do if there was a possibility for a spell beyond the 9th level? Do you realize the implications and power needed to fund such a intense magical circle?
I'm fully aware of what we stumbled upon as far as the Warforge itself, as far as the Wizard Keep and the dismantled beings. Not real sure, that's not my area, but the Warforge I'm very aware of, and I have no idea why it seems as if it's turned on.
From what I have glanced from these journals and from what you have shown me both, my guesstimation, and this is just theory at the moment, she used the crystalline golem to break it down in its most barest components to fund a spell beyond the 9th level. A spell able to affect the whole world. The unicorn was to, I can only assume, to slam the gods, to injure their connection to the world by killing one of their most prized possessions, one of their most prized creations.
She appears to have succeeded in that endeavor. The god's connection to their worshippers is severely fractured by all accounts.
And I'll speak up and I'll go, I can actually attest to this, and being here in this place of separation from the calamity, I can physically, mentally, spiritually feel Morodin in this place, even though I am the only Morodin worshiper here. If that makes sense. I am the only one who recognizes Morodin as their god here and can still feel him here.
Doc kind of nods and goes,
Between the aboleth pieces, the desecrated unicorn, and the crystalline golem, I believe she used these components to fund the spell which created this fog.
Yes,
She used these most prized creations, along with one of the most ancient and powerful species the worlds have ever known. And she has afflicted the world with this darkness.
We didn't
could it be
show.
undone?
We first before you answer that, we haven't shown anybody of the Feywild this knowledge because we were afraid of them thinking it was us. And so we have been terrified holding on to this information and just trying to fix it ourselves. And so
Oh, it's not even just that. We haven't shown anyone because I mean, we don't know who's in on it and who's
that
not.
too,
Aside
yeah.
from the Pendrakes.
Right.
We know the Pendrakes that have a hand in this, but beyond that, we don't know who else we can trust.
And we possibly have, there's also possibly a connection to the dragons in the Far East, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Tyranny's children.
There is many threads and pieces in this moving puzzle.
Hmm.
It will be very difficult to reverse this blight that has been put upon the world. There will be many resources you will need to gather and create a equal and opposite force.
But in your opinion, could it be done?
It could be possible.
I
It
go.
will take
I go.
unknown amounts of resources, time, magical prowess.
Do
There
you,
is too many unknowns to say for certain.
Doc? Do you
Aaron
think?
nods.
Do you think it possible? She has not killed the gods, but has severed their connection on a deeper level, or on a very surface level. Okay. She has severed the connection on a very surface level, but hasn't severed the deep levels of connection from the gods to their people. Do you think it possible to be able to create small beacons like this place, of light and of without calamity, and invite the gods down to more or less fight on our side?
Doc gets up from his chair, putting weight on his staff, and goes,
Follow me.
as he begins to walk up the stairs, you see him enter into a door that no one has entered yet. As he opens up the door, where you see a massive quartz crystal that has been entwined into the tree itself. In its small little branch, you see it glowing and humming with a lot of energy. Several layered spells have been incorporated into this quartz crystal. As he goes,
It took me the better part of a year to inject this crystal to impose my will on this area, however small it might be.
Aaron's right at his heels.
Okay.
Is it your magic keeping this place safe?
It is my magic that binds this place into sunshine and clear skies and beautiful nights. It is also my magic that keeps this area temperate and growing year-round. It is Uba's magic in the forest that keeps enemies and ill-doers at bay and permanently lost in the woods.
I see.
Okay.
But you know of the fog's effects beyond here.
I have experienced the fog in small bouts, much before Lady Heidi got pregnant. I was venturing about with Shazwan and Jarmak.
I see.
Beaufort looks at Doc and goes, I think this is going to be an effort from everybody, but is it possible for you to take the images and the for lack of a better term, the memories I've shown you? Is it possible for you to take those to some people in the Feywild and bring this to their attention?
I will send Igor towards Titania, the Queen of Elves.
Okay. And with that, I'll bow and I'll say I'm gonna get back to my work. I have a lot to work on and think about. Yeah, Beaufort will walk out and go back to his seat next to Rashanka and just kind of contemplates, the information he's given about the openings and how to, basically now, if we wanted to fix this calamity quickly, it won't be by creating beacons.
I think Aaron.
Dot
I
catches
think Aaron would linger a while.
A moment. I wish to speak at you, Aaron.
Of course.
I take it you are not of the Feywild nations, yes?
I have ancestors, I believe. My mother is Elvish. My grandfather as well.
He
But I was raised in this plane. My father's human.
He reaches over and grabs a ivory piece of parchment and a long quill as he dips it in this ink and begins scribbling.
If you ever find yourselves in the Feywild, in a place you do not know, simply show this scroll. Do not open it. Just bear the seal towards whoever you encounter.
As he puts a green and gold wax seal around the entire ivory piece of parchment. He stamps it with what looks to be a large tree, but the branches seem to go on forever in the stamp as you see small magical marks begin to coat the ivory as if branches of a tree entwining the entire ivory.
This is my personal seal. Anyone in the Elvish nation, specifically under Titania's rule, they will know this seal.
Aaron nods and takes it from him, absolutely.
Only if you find yourself in the Feywild will this hold power.
I understand. Hopefully we won't have need of it a second time, but this might have been useful to us a few weeks ago, but all the same, the gift is appreciated.
If she has created an abomination upon the lands, Aaron.
Yes, I know.
This spell has likely been in effect for well over a century, which means that it will only get more powerful as time continues.
So glad I didn't hear that because I might have taken that personally.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't mean to laugh. Sky be like, and I took that personal.
I'm so glad Sky didn't hear that. I might have taken that personally. Like, she created an abomination. Oh, thanks. I'm an abomination now.
Yeah, but you're also a divine being, so it all evens out.
Right.
But Aaron, I'm sorry, back in character.
Sorry.
You're good. Aaron's gonna nod, solemnly, and I've read all of the journals that we've found so far, and the more they ramble and the more I'm not even the most religious person, but the more she speaks ill of the gods, of their design, the flaws in it, the flaws in the world, as if any of it was hers to meddle with in the first place. You just see her getting more and more like heated about it again. And to call herself a wizard as if she has any right anymore.
She is no longer a wizard, but a mad mage.
Yes.
He called her bitch too? I told you that bitch was crazy.
Yeah. Wait, are you in the room for this, or did you stay at the table?
No, I followed everybody.
Okay, cool.
I'm
I
a
was
nosy
wondering, yeah,
bitch.
'cause I know Aaron and Bofer followed. I wasn't sure who else followed. Branch, are you still at the table, or did you come with? Was it the party conversation?
Branch came with because he mentioned that he was gonna. That was the old man that usually turn up. So whatever
Yeah.
whatever. So Branch
Oh,
came just for the turn up. Like, oh yeah, he
for
usually
the
drinks
turn up.
and smokes. So I'm going with that guy.
That's true. But Branch and Terriers are from the Feywild too, so like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's kin.
You would also see Doc begin to scribble a blueprint out.
For your friend Bofer who wishes to experiment or tinker, this is a rough blueprint. The hardest thing is acquiring such a large piece of quartz and also imbuing it with layered magics. It is time consuming and eats many spell slots over a long period of time, but it is very possible. Once it is actually infused properly, it essentially will never run out, unless damaged to the point of destruction.
And what is this? She's like looking down at the blueprint. She'll probably give it back to Bofer, once they get back out.
Essentially, you see like a crystal in the center of it, and then you see going out from closest to the crystal a first level spell, a first level spell, a second level spell, a second level spell, a third level spell, a fifth level spell, a fourth level spell, a fifth level spell. And it's essentially a layered effect that will essentially act as a very similar beacon to what is here at the tower.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, no, absolutely. We'll see that he gets this. Oh, actually, while I have you, Aaron's gonna pull out the scrying stone that we got from Fizzle's place.
Yeah.
And show it to Doc. I haven't yet used this because I am in no hurry to find out who might be on the other side. We found it in enemy territory, let's say. But I wonder if there might be a way to modify it to scry on other places. If maybe I could sever the connection to the stone it's connected to and maybe use it to look in on others if they were to exist. Do you think
His
that might be possible?
eyes flash over white.
You will need to dispel this particular object. It is currently cast with a 6th-level enchantment, but it is possible to disenchant and re-enchant it with something what you are looking for.
I see. Okay, logging that away for later. Because yeah, again, like I feel like at some point Aaron does need to, like, out of character, Aaron does need to use this thing to figure out like who Thistle was talking to, but also like it's been in the back of her mind, and like the longer they're here and the more like she interacts with Doc and like is around like his books and his knowledge and all of that, the more she's thinking about her granddad, and like I have not seen or heard from him since I left home, and the more we're getting into the shit, like she really wants to look in on him and make sure he's okay. Like I feel like a former adventurer and a man of his caliber would probably have something similar to this at home. Maybe not, obviously not connected to this. So like maybe, if she could ever make that connection back with him,
Yeah,
she'd be
That'd be
interested in.
cool.
That makes sense.
Yeah, she misses home.
That,
Nothing wrong with that.
She misses home and her papa.
but as Doc hands you these scrolls, he nods and goes,
There is much for you all and your friends to do.
Yes.
I would recommend perhaps you make your way. Not that I am forcing you out, but vigilance
need to
will
be
be
moving
needed
on.
in the coming days, weeks, months, years.
We do need to be moving on.
I will
I
be
don't
sure
want to.
to make sure Uba lends you at least one of his most powerful lessons to guide you back to the nameless village from whence you came.
They really do need to get a name for that village at some point, don't they?
Mm.
They'll get there.
In time, perhaps. All good things come in time.
Thank you for your wisdom and for your hospitality, all of you. I feel like maybe at this point, maybe they're like kind of making their way out back to the table, back to the kitchen, and not to the others.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, as
Doc
they're walking.
immediately grabs the tea kettle with the brandy tea and just
Yep.
looks at his teacup, sets it in the sink, and just grabs a large tanker and just pours the
Yep.
entire tea thing into it and just sits down at his chair and just
It's-
starts drinking from it.
It's a boozy tea kind of day after that conversation. I get it. I get it. This
Very
poor man.
much.
Poor
He
Uh,
just learned
Doc.
everything that I've been trying to tell him.
Doc is in decompression mode.
Yeah, again, he's coping. He's processing. He's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
But as
Everything
you
Now,
all
now he knows. Now we're not the
reconvene,
only ones who know.
you are starting to get to about the noon time of the day as Uba and Terrawing have finished arguing over how much meat Terrawing's allowed to have. Heidi is currently feeding.
boy.
Heidi is currently feeding young Madara, and everyone else is kind of doing miscellaneous tasks in the house. As Uba gets back with Terrawing, he kind of looks at you all and goes, "So you all sticking around for another day?"
Who's
Nah.
that?
As much as lovely as that would be, I do think we need to head out, friend.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know where you need to be getting?
Yeah, back back the way we came. We actually
see.
still have a friend that we need to guide home. That poor that poor.
Oh,
reindeer
yeah.
needs to go back
He's
to the village.
He's a skittish little fella. He kind of
We
like
don't-
looks over to like a tree where you see the hunter is currently like halfway up the tree and has just made himself like a
Still
little
out
nest
there?
up there.
Dude,
Um,
he made it to the
He
house.
seems a wee bit skittish. I mean, I don't blame him. The boys did think him a chew thing for a moment before I fucking whapped him off.
Well, he
He's-
did get lost in the woods with the undead before we had to go save him and,
I
kill
do.
them.
Yeah. I remember. Don't remind the lady, please.
Yeah, well, then do your chores next time. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Fine.
Coincidentally, she's
The
not
first
pregnant
time your
anymore,
wife
so
tells you.
she's
I
not
feel like
pregnant anymore, so
Marcus
she can
now.
kick your ass.
I know
She
she
can
can.
shake you. She could have kicked his ass while pregnant, to be clear.
I mean,
Yeah. Thankfully, that
True.
phase is over. She was scary strong.
Oh, you
I
don't
mean,
think
she
she's
still-
still strong? Because I could tell her that.
I don't like being bullied by you, Aaron.
Haha. Hey, I've never had brothers.
And
This
we're
is kind of
all
fun.
worried that I'm gonna be the one to get us put out. I just like to.
Casual
right?
blackmail is crazy.
Hey, always look. Never trust the quiet ones. It's always the quiet ones.
Never
It's
trust
Aaron
the
and
bunny.
Tyrius.
God damn it.
Never. It's gonna
As,
be Aaron or Tyrius that gets us kicked out of places before it's anyone else.
As Ubo looks you all over, he goes, "You got all your things? I mean, you need a few minutes to collect your goods."
I think we got everything, right, guys? They're looking around. Anybody still need anything?
your wife did say that you were going to get us a lesson to back to town safely.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got reminded by old man just a second ago. Right, hold on. As he kind of like stretches his neck side to side, he kind of takes in a deep breath as he lets out a massive elk's bugle into the woods as you hear a reply. As from one of the trees, you see this massive, like 14-foot tall Leshen step out silently, waiting on the edge of the forest as it gently sways side to side as he goes. Mean you talked already? You know to bring 'em. Just to the edge of the woods. Don't have to venture further.
Mm.
You see the
Uber,
Leshen.
let me remind you that you have a newborn, so that kind of noise is probably a little disturbing to him.
Uba kind of like looks back and goes, "Hey, it's fine." As he looks back at the Leshen and goes, "Right, just to
baby
the edge of the
starts
wood. Guide 'em through. I know you know where the horses are, so try to wrangle 'em up.
Mm.
Do this.
Of
Come
course.
back. I've got a nice piece of meat for you. Yeah, yeah." Leshen kind of like nods silently as it kind of looks past him towards you all and gives like a nod to follow.
I
Okay.
feel like before they leave, obviously, like Aaron is gonna look to Heidi and to the others and be just like, "Thank you all for everything."
You
I
see
think
him
I
all
would
kind of like smile and wave at you from the distance that you are to the house.
I think while they're up there talking to, Doc and all that, I would be making sure to say like goodbyes to Shaz and everything. And it looks like we're gonna be leaving soon. So remember your promise, and we'll be hopefully seeing each other eventually, and hopefully and fighting this stupid fog lady. I'm not gonna die, so we'll see each other eventually.
Rome, what's your passive perception?
Mine? Shit.
9?
15? No, I said
Wait,
mine. It's
Yeah.
15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Fantastic.
like that. I'm trying to keep. She's trying to keep her mind on anything but what's going on upstairs.
What happened? What you do, Mitch?
Nothing at all. I would never sneak anything into Sky's backpack while she's not looking.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Fantastic.
So while they're talking, she's gonna say, try not to get in too much trouble or piss anybody off, because remember they have a new baby, but don't get in too much trouble, because I know how obnoxious and insane you can be.
First
As
of
she gets
all, I
older,
am
she's gonna
already a fantastic Uncle Shaz. I never get in trouble, usually. Sometimes.
Okay, let's put it this way. I know you're gonna be a good uncle, and you're always in trouble. I know you well enough for that already.
Heidi kind of laughs and goes, "She has good insight." Shaz looks over and goes, "Shush."
I'm gonna look at Heidi and say, "See, I thank you. I appreciate that. I thought we meshed well together. Um, and I'm gonna look at you as be a good influence on the baby at least.
I
It
mean,
is his
between
legal
me and
obligation
you, the
not to
kid's
be.
gonna grow up to be great.
Of course, he has his mother.
Mm.
So as we get ready to leave, I'll like give him a hug and tell him obviously Rashanka wants to see Bofer again, so hopefully I'll see you again, and it'll all be at the same time. We'll have a big party once this is all over.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool.
Are we gathering up our stuff and leaving? I'm
I'll give
assuming.
him a hug as we go to leave.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's time to say goodbye to your girlfriend. I mean, forge partner.
As we're gathering up our stuff, I imagine it's all in like the barn area. I will. I'm guessing Rashanka went back to the forge.
She's saying goodbye to all of you, giving goodbyes to her new friends and guests.
Okay. I will walk up and I will I will summon Billy to sit on top of him to make myself taller.
Oh my god.
So I can so that way I can I probably wouldn't be at eye level, but I'm not looking straight up. And I will say there's always room for one more.
She smiles and goes, "Oh, dear sweet little apprentice."
Do the rest of us hear her calling him that, by the way?
I would imagine so. She goes, "I still have much work to do here, but who knows? If emergency arises, who knows? I might come in full warrior garb and protect my little man, my little apprentice."
Aww.
Her little
You
man.
got your own goddess now. Yay, Bofer.
Bofer laughs. Bofer laughs and goes, "I don't know. By that time, I might have already saved the world."
Ooh.
And what a story that would be.
Wait for me.
They got banter.
Always in the forge. Working hard, something you might learn from.
Ooh.
Bofer smiles and I'll wink at her and I think
Boy, if you don't kiss her.
Exactly.
No.
And you've gone a whole lot further
detention ride.
than I have, and I'm still giving him a kiss on the cheek at least.
Bofer goes, "When this is all over and the calamity's taken care of, the evil of the day is ruined and righteousness prevails, will you have a spot for me?"
I was thinking about putting an expansion in the forge anyway.
Y'all get married.
Bofer
There's
goes.
in her
It's
forge.
official. Oh my god.
Bofer looks
His and
around.
hers forge.
Bofer looks around to
His and
everybody
hers
getting
forge.
into the carriages and getting stuff ready. We're like seconds or from pulling away, and I'll go, as you wish, and I will turn on heel and I will follow.
Oh my
everybody.
god.
He hit her
We
with
love
hard
it. Yes.
Farm boy.
That's how you do
First
it.
boy.
As she calls out, she goes, "I'll be sure to start in mine so I can put you to work."
Bofer lets out a laugh that I think, in the same way that the flames in the forge bellowed with me, I think in this moment as I laugh, the sun beaming off my shield on my back and my armor follows follows the vibrations of my laugh and kind of just vibrates with me. And I will I'll turn back and look at her and give her a hand, a goodbye wave, and I'm gonna roll up right next to Branch, who's probably getting stuff ready and kind of standing off to the side, and I'll go, "Brother, I think I nailed it."
As you all gather with these farewells being had, the Leshen looks back at you all, waves its hand as you see a rounded passage begin to form, as you see trees shift out of the way, boulders shift to a clear-cut passage as the Leshen steps forward, disappearing into a tree, reappearing on the other side, taking a step, vanishing in another tree. As it beckons you all to follow, you once again catch this feeling of being in a fast-forwarded effect. Every step you take, you see hundreds of feet whirl by you, as within mere maybe a minute, you find yourselves back in the clearing where all these undead were. The hunter in tow, you see your horses have been gathered, as you see the boys sitting there wrangling the horses, keeping them in place. As off in the distance, you hear an elk's bugle kind of call out over the darkened forest, as you see the boys kind of like look at you all, give a somewhat sentient nod as they both take off back down the portal, the Leshen lingering above you all as you see its hand raise up, as you all feel this light invigoration, this lightness overtake your body as the horses are well fed, healed from any injuries that they may have, and they seem very ready to make their way back home, as they all seem to get close to you all and kind of nudge the horse riders to essentially get on them so they can make their way back. Before we leave, can everyone make me a survival check?
Oh no.
Let me check.
Come on.
+7.
Billy, don't do Bo for dirty.
Please
Oh,
be
do
a
I need to
nine,
make one
please
for
be a
Billy
nine.
too?
No, just
Come
for
on.
you.
Okay. I'm about to say I don't know what his stats will be for his for survival.
Let's go.
24.
Very
22.
nice.
I got a 19.
You guys got some pretty nice rolls on
Nailing
that.
it.
As you guys get on the horses, crack the reins, and begin to race down the way, not but a half day passes before you make your way back to the nameless village, where you see people kind of like looking over the hill as you crest over, racing into the walled little village, where you see the mayor, where you see old Nan, and several of the villagers kind of like welcome you back. Being gone for a couple of days, they had feared the worst, and several people kind of surround the hunter, kind of asking like what the heck happened, and he's like, I don't want to talk about it, as he immediately gets off the horse and goes up to his teepee and just closes the flap.
Did you ever get his name, by the way? Does that
You
poor man
have
have a
not.
name?
He does have a name, but he never gave it. He probably will not ever want to talk to you six again.
If we ever come back here, we just gotta leave him alone.
So he's not gonna sing our praises. He's not gonna tell them how I
No.
murdered a bunch of guys. He's not
Yeah,
gonna
he's
tell
the
them.
He probably
no,
feels
he's the one
humiliated.
villager here who wants nothing to do with us. We scarred that man for life.
But as you return the horses to Nan, you guys retrieve your carts, saddle it up with the horses, and begin to make your way eastward.
Okay,
Unless
before
there's
we
anything that
do
you guys
that,
wish to do in this town.
I'm checking the cart to check on the watermelon that was half eaten and put away because it's probably rotten by now, right?
It's a little soft and squishy, yeah.
Yeah, I would toss that.
On
Yeah,
our
I'm like,
way,
well, damn.
on our way.
Maybe
I'm
into
going
someone's
back.
garden so the seeds still sprout and they get more watermelon out of it, but like, don't eat that.
I don't know to harvest the seeds from the watermelons. I'm just tossing that. I got 9 more
Yeah,
seeds. So
no, I'm saying
I'm
toss the
going.
whole thing. Toss the whole thing. The seeds will sprout. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna toss the whole thing. Like, oh crap! So I'm gonna look at the party. My watermelon went bad, but that's okay because we had fun. But can we go get another one because I need more. I need another one for our trip.
You need some emotional support watermelon before we go.
They thank you for
Okay.
returning the hunter, and the same tradeswoman who originally traded you the watermelon gives you one and goes, "Thank you for returning our hunter."
Of course. What was his name, by the way? I'm just gonna ask her because he don't want to talk to us.
Jessica.
Jessica, can you tell him we're very sorry? He probably doesn't want to talk to us right now.
He seemed rather perturbed.
He lived 3 days in the lap of luxury. I don't know what he's complaining about.
No,
We did-
no, honey. We lived 3 days in the lap of luxury. He lived in a tree because he didn't want to come in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's not
Um,
happy with us right now.
It is are the 2 guards boys that I helped them teach them how to maintain their weapons and upgraded them. Are they around?
Yeah, they're amongst the crowd. They kind of seen you guys coming in from the far side and came to see what was going on.
I will ride up alongside, like towards them, and say, "Hey, I know I told y'all you make sure you're training every day to make sure that you're keeping your skills sharp. Do y'all have any training dummies still kind of up and around?"
One of them goes, "Yeah, we set up some straw dummies. We've been tinkering in the afternoon and evenings after our shift, so you know."
Do you
They've been practicing.
do you mind? May I practice on one for just a moment and test something?
Yeah, sure. They're right over there. As you kind of like look up the hill, not 20 feet from the nearest house, you see a couple like straw and wood training dummies.
I'm gonna ride up to it and get off of Billy, and I'll look at Billy and go, "Just stand here for just a minute, and don't do anything crazy." And I'm gonna pull my Zweihander off my back, sheath and all, and just kind of observe it for a moment. And I'm going to say a prayer to Morodin, and also uplift blessings to Rashanka's ancestors at the same time, and unsheath my new weapon, and I'm gonna swing on the dummy to see how it does.
I'm about to cleave that boy in half.
Huh?
How do you like that new to hit score?
I know, it's
It's a straw dummy. You're about to cleave that thing in two.
So I'm gonna roll and see what I get. Just to that is a 19.
19 definitely hits as you draw and swing this new Zweihander. You clip the dummy right between the blade and the teeth of it. You feel no resistance as you cut clean through this probably 8-inch log that's in the center of this training dummy. You just cut it clean in half. No resistance at all.
Mm.
Yep.
Are the
Okay, now
if
you
you
go
want,
mend that.
if you want, you can roll the 2d8.
Yeah. Let's
It also bursts
He's
into
like, if I'm gonna
flames.
do it, I'm gonna
wait,
do it right.
is it 2 or 1? Because this says 1.
It automatically rolls the other d8. I have the equation set up to where it automatically rolls 2d8.
I was gonna say it's a +2 weapon, right?
Yep. So you're looking at why?
Yeah, see, it's only doing 1.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
I fucked up that equation somehow. I don't know
It's all
why.
good. It's all good.
But yeah, it
I
should
got a
be
meta one
2d8
right here.
plus your modifier plus 2 damage.
So
And then it also has the light versatile feat, so you can also use it two-handed, rolling 2d10 on hit.
Wow.
I think it would have been 2-handed. So I'll roll. Let me roll 2d10 instead. Hold on. It would have. I would have.
You're so used to it being heavy.
Yeah, I would have. I would have done 2-handed because I'm used to it. Let's roll 2d10.
Just fucking cleave the thing in half. You're like, I
That's
put a little too much mustard on
16.
that one.
16 plus 3 is 19 plus 2,
2.
you said? So 21.
21
blackjack.
points of slashing damage as the blade doesn't even make a noise as it cuts through. As a moment goes by, you're like, did I miss? Before you just see where you cut, just perfectly clean cut and slide to the ground.
Just blue eye samurai the shit out of that.
And I will observe it again. And I think Beaufort kind of wells in with tears of joy for just a moment, thinking about someone took the time to make this for me, and say a small prayer of thanks to Morodin, and also a moment of reflecting to the ancestors for Rashanka, and put it back. And were the boys watching, or did the boys stay where they were? And
The two guards were absolutely looking as they're just like round eye looking at you. They're like, "Holy shit!"
I turn and I look at them. I turn around and I look at them and go, sorry.
No, it's cool. Well worth the time it'll take us to make a new one. That was fucking cool.
And I go, thank you, I appreciate that. Best way to get there. I'm imagining you have some drinkers amongst your midst.
Yeah.
Best thing to do, start lifting the barrels of ale for them. Start lifting.
They look at each other and they're like, yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
And lift.
To get big.
It has nothing to do with the weapon. I'm just strong as shit.
Lift as much as you can, as many times as you can, until it becomes so light that it's like you're not even holding it, and then you will be able to swing like that.
As you are kind of rolling past back through the center of town, you would see that they, over the past 2 days, have essentially built the framework for the tavern.
Nice. I will, as I'm departing from these boys as well, I'm gonna go up to one of them and go, I showed you how to maintain. I'll walk up to both of them, but I'll kind of be talking specifically to whichever one kind of feels this urge, and I'll go, I taught you both how to maintain, taught you both how to use, how to sharpen. Which one of you has the proclivities of creating?
They kind of look at each other and go, we're just town guard, essentially, like militia. We basically just do farm chores after we're done here. Like we don't really have much in the way of a smith or anyone, although we are currently in the midst of trying to hire one from what was the village that Mayor said? Yedo Adair? Yeah, Yedo Adair.
Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'll go until he arrives, and I will. I'm gonna pull out my dagger that I crafted for myself, and I'm going to give it to them, kind of whichever one takes it, and I'll say, next time I see you, I want this to be turned into something else.
To kind of like look at each other and just go, well, we'll try our best. The one with the spear kind of grabs the dagger and kind of pulls and goes, oh man, this is nice.
I go, just get your fire really hot and swing your hammer really hard.
We'll have to find ourselves a smithing hammer then, huh?
Bofer laughs and goes, here. And I take my orichalcum one that I crafted and I'll hand it to him.
Shit, Beaufort, take a point of inspiration for selflessness.
Oh my god. He's teaching the young ones.
I'll hand it to him and I'll go, I can always make another one. It's no big deal. This one is infused with the power of my god. If anybody can teach you how to smith, he can.
You see the one with the short sword kind of take the hammer, and I don't know, it's weird. You see his eyes seem to almost like change as he kind of like looks over this hammer. Something's clicking with him.
I go, does it light in your hands?
It feels good.
Feels good. And I look at the spear holder and I go, you may not have the hands, but you may have the brains. And I will pull out my journal, rip a few pieces of paper, and go, let's make this a duo. And I hand him some paper and I go, you create the design, you execute.
They kind of like nod at one another. Beaufort, your passive perception is high enough as you kind of like flip through your journal to get some free pages. You see Rashanka's sketch for an armor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You see it's a mix between what looks to be like leather and like a chainmail, but you see this intricate kind of like design on what would be like the chest and belly that looks like an over-exaggerated monster's mouth, where you see in the center of it that monster core, and she has a whole bunch of notes scribbled that you don't quite read immediately, but there seems to be some interesting notes in there.
Okay. Did she leave any other notes as I'm flipping through my pages?
Oh, there's like 2 pages of notes affiliated with that armor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but focusing on the boys, I'll be like, just get your fire really hot, swing your hammer really hard, and listen for the singing songs of the anvils. And I'll actually in that moment of me saying, listen for the singing songs of the anvils, I will purposefully, I'm going to connect, because my hammer's connected to me, I'm going to ignite it, meaning allowing the light to shine through, and I'm going to attempt to allow them to hear the ring.
Very nice. I like it. Inspiring, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
So after I get done with them, I will hop back up on Billy and I go, I expect to see 2 fine smiths out of both of you, or at least you, and I expect to see you being the best artist in this town.
They give a light salute as you and the rest of the party begin to make your way eastward. And that is where we'll pick up next week, with you guys beginning your adventure. Now, here's the question. Do you guys want to roll a d12 today or save it for next week?
D12 for what?
I have a D12 right now.
Ooh, there you go, Beaufort. What are you rolling there, bud?
Oh no.
I'm going to throw a guidance on it.
Yeah.
That's only for a d20.
We're going to do it anyway, just to make myself feel better.
It won't actually count if your emotional support guidance.
This could be really good, or it could be really bad.
Well, don't say that.
I want everyone to know that
12.
I rolled a nat 1 on a D12.
For your
Okay.
But the guidance is also
That doesn't
is
count.
also a 1.
The guidance that doesn't even count.
My God.
The guidance that doesn't mean anything was also a 1. So.
Oh no. So it could mean nothing. It could mean everything, and we won't know until next week.
It's true. It's true.
Tune in, chat, to see how that's gonna go.
Wait, no, we gotta say it like the Justice League announcer from back in the 90s. Tune in next week to find out what happens to our heroes. Dun, 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 dun.
And until next time.
Yeah. All right, hit him with the bye now.
Dragon Ball Z. Bye now, everyone.
Thank you for watching. Very much appreciated. I'm so glad you enjoyed it and stuck out to the end. Come back and see us live on stream, on TikTok, X, wherever you can find Raise the Idols. Come check us out. Stay up to date. All the fun things. It's going to be amazing. What an amazing ride. What an amazing story. And I hope you follow along.